What is up, y'all? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here on another Sunday afternoon on the Go at CeeLo, and we're going to be bringing you the Cookout 400. I'm getting hungry thinking about those hush puppies that they have, and they got a pretty good slurp. And then they have that orange creamsicle. Let's talk about some racing. Hope you guys are ready to have a good, fun time today. Short track racing in Martinsville, Virginia, and we're going to be bringing you the flag-to-flag coverage of the Cookout 400. And we'll be having in-car cameras. We'll have live audio of the FS1 broadcast. Remember, it is not on Fox today. It is on FS1. So hope you guys are ready for a fun-filled afternoon. Who's going to win? The Chevrolet or Toyota continue their dominance? Brawny, hopefully, says no. But today, they're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hendrick Motorsports. And all their four cars are in red. Even Kyle Larson's got a very different part. Has a different paint scheme this week as well, considering he's had some same thing pretty much every week. But we'll see what happens here on the channel. Could the Fords finally get a win? Could Ryan Blaney win another one here? Of course, he won back in the fall. Could he win another one back here at Martinsville? But could the Toyotas continue their dominance? Denny Hamlin with the big win last week. Martin Truex Jr. dominating the race, and what happened? Okay, we talked about this. I even talked about it in my video for the preview for this week. Yes, he admitted he did the jump to start, but you know what? NASCAR let him have it, so I consider, hey, it's over with, and I'm sure NASCAR will be looking even better on these restarts from now here on out. So, but welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you being here. What is up, Clippy? What's up, Brawny? Rick, NASCAR fan, what's up, man? Dallas James is here. Trayton, being a member for 4 months. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you there. Let's see. Alan says Croatia here. Wow. Patrick, what's going on? Billy Vaughn's, what's going on, my man? Daniel Berry's sports highlights. Terminator's here. Trayton, Richard Carr, Bubba Fan is here. Suzanne is here. Everybody's here. But make sure you're hitting that like button for us and subscribing to the channel, where our goal is to get to 100 likes before the race starts. So that is our goal, is see if you can get it accomplished, and all it takes is you hitting that thumbs up button because you're excited about what's to come today. So let's listen in to the FS1 broadcast as they are talking right now.
Let it roll around the corner and manage your brakes, which also manages those tires. It's a big part of running on those long runs, as you spoke of, Chris.
I'm a pirate. What's up?
Yet this year, but Logano's coming on, and Blaney, they're both starting in the top 10. Is this a day where they can break through?
Yes. I think the Ford Mustangs are going to be better here. They were a little bit better last weekend. Joey Logano, big run last week in Richmond. Look for him to be good. Look for Blaney to be good. And the Stewart Haas cars. Kevin, you already touched on it earlier in the show. Stuart Haas, Chase Briscoe, and Josh Berry are both very fast.
All right, let's check the favorites and the long shots. And interesting whether fans like or don't like Denny Hamlin. He's up there among the betting favorites, along with Larson, whom you addressed, and Truex.
About 30 minutes, Rick.
I think after these weeks of kind of having to apologize to everybody within your team, you have a little to prove.
Well, obviously, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, they're their favorites, but I like the odds there. I like Ryan Blaney. That plus 800, if you want to bet, you want to make some money today, good pick.
All right, now the long shots. Was this where Ross Chastain did the Hail Mellet, right? So there might be a couple of opportunities there. Bowman coming on a little bit for Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah, I like Josh Berry at plus 3,000. Huge short track
history. Struggling,
won some races here at Martinsville.
I like that pick, but also like Bubba Wallace at the top of that, starting second here today. Got a fast car.
Brad Keselowski, we have 7 champs of the sport who are racing in the race today, and Brad Keselowski, one of those, along with Jeff Gordon, telling us about Hendrick Motorsports, why they're celebrating today, how great they have been, and that's his boss, Rick Hendrick. We'll sit down with him, and there is Keselowski. All the champs of the sport that are in today's race, they have won here once before. We'll see if they can do it again at least once.
All right, so appreciate every single one of you. Almost over 120 here already, so ready for this race to start. Hopefully for a big day here on the channel, considering that it is not on Fox today. It is on FS1. So, but don't worry. This whole month of April, we'll be bringing you every race that's going to be on FS1 here. We're going to try to bring, the next week will be Truck Series, Xfinity Series, and NASCAR Cup on here on our channel. Definitely Friday night, the Truck Series, as I promised this week. So, but appreciate everybody being here. Eric Church says it's tie time, folks. He's a legend in training. Dominic, what's going on? CeeLo, what's goody? Thanks for the watch. Go Larson. You're welcome, Dominic. Mr. Arizona Mikey says the D-backs are struggling. Yes, they are. Matt Olson with a big home run there. So as you're coming in, please hit the like button. And then also hit that subscribe. Let's see if we can get to 11,300 today. 11,300 on the subscribes. And we'll see if we can get to 12,000 by the end of the month. So thank you so much for everybody, as we are a NASCAR channel. We've been bringing you NASCAR since day one of the 2024 season, from the Speed Weeks, from the Busch Clash out in LA, all the way to the Speed Weeks. And then every week ever since then, we've been bringing you truck races, Xfinity races, and NASCAR Cup. Now, one weekend I missed some stuff because I went out of town, but we got you the NASCAR Cup that day. But try to do my best, guys, to give you the best coverage in the world, and that's what we're trying to do. And also on Fridays, look forward every Friday for a weekend paint scheme and weekend race preview vlog that I do. Make sure you check that out and give us a good comment on that too as well. So hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, he did good. He had a great run, Eric, in that 88. So last night we did the Xfinity race, and we also did qualifying and practice yesterday for the Cup race. So if you haven't given us a like over there, make sure you go over there and give that a like as well, and a comment. That would be awesome. So just waiting on the commercial to come back here. And what's your early predictions right here? I predicted Kyle Larson to win this thing. Now, I am 2 for 2 for the weekend, y'all. I picked Christian Eckes, and I picked Eric Almirola to win the races this weekend. So I am 2 for 2. Can I go 3 for 3 with Kyle Larson? Man, oh man, that'd be something if I put some money down on that. But we'll see what happens. But who is your early predictions in this race? Let me see who you got. Rebel X says he's got Ryan Blaney. Practice. What is that? He says. Patrick says. No, good. Yep. Rick says Patrick won. Got the watermelon man. Eric says, I'm going Ty Gibbs, of course, sir. Eric Church says, I'm going Ty Gibbs for the win with the Toyotas there. And they're coming in here with a commercial break right now.
Race day live from Martinsville. Counting it out of the start of the race, and the Hendrick Motorsports 3 drivers starting in the top 10. I haven't got the starting grid yet. A day when HMS celebrates its greatness from its roots, NASCAR's most successful team, and a familiar voice to look back.
Time, it cannot be saved. Once used, we can't get it back. And for 40 years, Hendrick Motorsports has made the most of every moment.
This is the Daytona 500, and thank God! As they come to the line, this is a first.
Checker flag, you win. I love you, man. Oh, yeah! What a day!
One place has always meant more. Martinsville. Time was all but up for HMS. You got the 9, Billy? Rick was going to call it quits. All Jeff Bodine needed was one more chance.
Jeff Bodine settled the battle.
Who knew that one win would lead to the greatest dynasty NASCAR has ever seen, with one place playing center stage.
Checkered flag, it's Earnhardt.
Runner up, no more.
Oh yeah, baby, awesome.
This one's for my mom.
Hendrick dominance continues at Martinsville.
Hendrick Motorsports is a special place. And today, we celebrate 40 years. Time can move so fast, and yet stand still.
God, I love this team.
Thank you, Jeff, the Grand Marshal. And there is Jeff Bodine with Jeff Gordon. Bodine with that Hendrick Motorsports saving moment where they really were ready to pack it in back in the 80s. But Rick said, we not only won the race, we got a sponsor. And, of course, Jeff Gordon helped to keep it going through the years. There was one other time when Rick Hendrick may have given it up in this sport. But thankfully, the most successful team in the history of NASCAR celebrating here for a number of reasons. Now, Rick Hendrick was going to drive the pace car, but had to have knee surgery, but didn't keep him from talking to us about this special moment as we sat down at his home in his garage.
4 decades and so successful for Hendrick Motorsports.
A big week-long celebration for Hendrick Motorsports.
40 years, if you started with one thing or the top priority of making
I don't think so, Patrick.
So successful, what would that be?
Well, I think, you got to surround yourself with good people,
same setup.
Creating a chemistry and a culture that people stay.
I think my biggest asset
is being able to get along with people.
I don't care what kind of business you're in, it's all about people.
What do you do when there's friction between drivers or a crew chief and a driver?
They call it a pork chop meeting. The story goes that I was at a race one day and I got mad and I had a pork chop in my hand and threw the meat off of it. I think Chad Canals is one that said, we don't want to have any pork chop meetings.
Little meat on the bone. Yeah, so you do have a temper. You seem so low-key and calm, but you're probably one of the most competitive
He's a nice
people
guy. I've met him before.
in any sport.
I told someone the other day, I hate losing as much as I like winning.
So fear of failure is something.
Fear of failure.
Okay.
You build a company, you build a team, and when things are not going right, you can do two things. You can run away from it or you can run to it. It's easy when you're winning. It's when you're not winning, it's when it's tough.
Nothing motivates me any more than someone telling me I can't do it.
Martinsville, a place
I like your nickname there, CeeLo.
Great tragedy for you personally.
And that was one of the first cup races I went to with my dad, and we've won 28 races there. And then you think about what you lost. But I don't blame the track on that. You know, it was an accident that happened at the airport.
Among the 10 killed in the crash, John Hendrick, brother of Rick, and Ricky Hendrick, Rick's son, and retired.
Never surprised
Did you think
anymore.
at the time of maybe just stepping away?
I didn't know if I could go back to Hendrick Motorsport.
All the tragedy that this team is
But when we walked in and I saw all of our people there and you could see the emotions and we all were emotional, I knew that we just
at least give me a capital C
and
and L.
honor those people. But you never get over it.
Great job, man. Awesome.
So we see Jeff Gordon for broadcasting, and now he's got his business owner starter vest. You walk
starter vest.
How much longer do you want to do this?
Until it's no fun anymore. Until my body tells me I can't. My mind is like it was when I was 18 and 20 years old. Legacy at Hendrick Motorsports is not me. It's the
What's up, Tim? Good to see you, man. Sorry about the basketball last night. I couldn't get it to work.
I want that to go on long after I'm
Bubba's
gone.
Revenge.
I couldn't retire. I mean, I don't. No.
That's not in your vocabulary.
No.
Okay.
Yep.
And it was important for Rick Hendrick to now, from 5 employees to 600 employees at his race team, to bring them all here, those invited, most of them with their families. So
no, they have not.
2,000 people.
Fog, I guess. I don't think there is one, Tammy.
At the spot where it all began, and is really continuing, and that's part of his legacy. He did say he still has a bucket list. You know, he's not going anywhere. He's never been to the Indy 500. Not only does he want to go, but his driver, Kyle Larson,
who are you watching by chance, Tim? I'm just
curious.
He'd
like to see racing over in Europe, even if it's
curious.
a NASCAR Cup exhibition at some point, something that he's been thinking about.
Well, Rick has an unbelievable commitment to his people and his organization, and everything that he's done in this sport is truly amazing. But I've sat in a couple of those meetings with Rick.
Yeah.
There's an unwavering desire to win.
Yes.
And that bleeds right over to the people and doing whatever he has to do in order to put those people in a position to win.
You took the words out of my mouth. When you think Rick Hendrick, you think a winner. You go to Hendrick Motorsports, they win.
Yeah, I'll
you
tell
go
you.
to Hendrick Automotive, anywhere in the country, they win. They
I'll let
win
you know
that
if it's
region,
worth
they win
watching
the
or not.
area, and they sell the most cars. Rick Hendrick is a winner no matter what he does.
Yeah, and for NASCAR, brought
What's up,
people
Richard?
like Joe
Smash
Gibbs,
those
Gene Haas
free
into the
subs.
sport.
That's right.
Helps many others that you don't hear about. Sorry,
Keep
we're
hitting that like
here.
button,
Well,
y'all.
you guys have to work. You got to get up
50
in the
likes.
booth to call the race. Have fun today. I'm looking for those restarts.
I appreciate it.
Well, those restarts. I want to hear you guys.
Good jokes.
We've been on a roll, and I'm telling you, this is going to be a good race. Well,
okay, but we're going to continue. Live. The grid walkers coming up. The fans are gathering. Beautiful weather for today's race here.
All right, so let's go over the lineup here. Kyle Larson is on the pole. He beat him by 0.001 hundredths of a second, thousandths of a second, I don't know, whatever it is. But Bubba Wallace on the outside there. Chase Elliott third, Martin Truex Jr. fourth, Chase Briscoe. What a good, he runs well here as well. In fifth, sixth, Joey Logano. Seventh, and that amazing paint job by Josh Berry and Haas. Stuart Haas looks awesome. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, those watermelons, Brad Keselowski there in 13th, James Moore, Austin Cindric 14th, Eric Church's boy, Ty Gibbs in 15th, Todd Gilliland in 16th, 17th, Eric Jones, William Byron 18th, 19th, Tyler Reddick, Christopher Bell in the 20th spot, 21st, Daniel Suarez, Ryan Preece, 22nd, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., 23rd, 24th, Zane Smith, 25th, Carson Hocevar, 26th, Noah Gragson, 27th, Justin Haley, 28th, Austin Dillon, 29th, John Hunter Nemechek, 30th, Chris Buescher, 31st, Kaz Gralla, the rookie, 32nd, Corey LaJoy, Josh Williams in 33rd, Harris Burton in 24th, 25th, 35th is Michael McDowell, and 36th, Daniel Hemrick, and starting last, David Starr in that 66 Ford. All right, so there is your lineup for the Cookout 400. Hope everybody's ready. We have redeems in the chat, mini games in the chat, so if you guys would like to play along during the race and listen while you're listening or watching, it's exclamation point points to find out how many points you have, and just by being in here the couple weeks there, or the many weeks you've been in here, you're gaining points as well. And then to gamble those points is exclamation point gamble points, or your gamble all of your points. And then you can bring up your favorite drivers. We have pretty much a good selection of the NASCAR Cup drivers, so if you like to do that, you can bring up your favorite driver. So like mine is Denny Hamlin, so I'm going to put for Denny, and there's a stream bot also here telling you what's going on, but for Denny Hamlin, it's redeem go Denny. And like I said, the stream bot will also tell you today what it is. But keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 100 likes before the green flag. And keep on hitting that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 11,300 today. So that is having me cheer. But thank you guys so much. There's Denny. Brought him up on the screen. And we should see how it goes. We'll also have some in-car cameras today as well. We'll go through half of those today and see what's going on. Some good. Maybe it won't be as behind as it was yesterday for the Xfinity race. But if it is, just hang tight. We'll figure it out. So hope everybody's ready for this race today. And we're going to have the grid walk here in just a second. Green flag will be coming up here in about, 10 minutes, 12 minutes or so. Here we go. Back to it.
Bring every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead.
Life moves a little slower around here.
Thank you, Tammy, for subscribing. Appreciate it.
Quietness about this Virginia town. So when NASCAR rolls in, quietness fades away. And the city comes alive. But don't blink, because you just might miss it. History here runs deep through the heart of shore.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a copyright on that one. I just heard that really quick. I was like, oh Lord, that'll get a copyright on that. We'll have to be clearing that one out. We'll just wait for it to come out there. But congratulations, Richard. You're always saying hi to everybody. Richard's our newest mod, y'all. Thank you, Richard, for helping out. And Richard, you're our newest mod. Thank you, Richard. Always need mods, man. As much stuff as we do. Richard, congratulations. There we go. Back to it. So are they good streamers? Who did you say it was? Let me go back. I'm sorry.
Oh, me. I'm a mess, Brad.
Oh, yeah. He's good. Tell him CeeLo said what's up, Tim. You're watching a great guy. He's got that 3D just like me. Yeah, go tell Clan he's awesome. Tell him I said what's up.
So nice. It's a beautiful day. How you feeling?
It is. It'd be a good day to have a good day on the racetrack. You know, we've been up and down. Short tracks have kind of been our strength, Michael. And, we got Fastenal and Bodyguard on the car. We'd love to get them to victory lane. My teammate, he's been in victory lane a few times over the last year, and we've been close. So hopefully we can break through today.
I hope so, too. I love your outfit. You look very beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you later. Let's see what Austin Cindric's up to. Well,
hey,
out of the TV
your
booth,
boy James Moore on the mic there.
Race car. How are you feeling about today's festivities?
I'm a lot more confident in my abilities behind the wheel of this thing than I was up there. Adam makes us all look really good.
Well, I'm telling you what, I watched that race last night, and I think you do fantastic. You've got a future.
Well, thank you. Hopefully, I have more of a future in this, but yeah, hopefully, future finds us with a clock today. That'd be nice.
That'd be fun. Have a good day. Let's see if we can find Ty Gibbs Hello, buddy.
There's your boy, Todd Gibbs,
I know you
Eric.
didn't qualify like you hoped, but how you feeling about today? Let's just hang out like two racers.
Yeah, we're two racers here. I feel pretty good. I didn't qualify well. I kind of did that to myself there, but, it is what it is. Hello, front brake lock up. Guess that's kind of more of a rookie mistake, but I made it. Now we got to come back from it.
Well, have fun with your Monster Energy
PC
Toyota.
Clark says Austin.
Cheers. See who we can find next. I see Eric Jones. Eric Jones, I'm going to tell him, do you know that the first time I raced at Martinsville was in 1983? What were you doing then?
Maybe a sparkle in my dad's eye, something like that. It might have even been a little early for that. 83. My first start was 2013 here.
Well, have a good one today. I know it's going to be a fun day. Spring has sprung. It's a beautiful day. I know you're going to rub some fenders and have some fun. I'm going to take this broadcast we're having right now trackside for pre-race ceremonies.
All right, y'all. During the national anthem, we're going to be running the USA in the chat. Keep hitting that subscribe. Keep hitting that like button.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise
We're
as
30
you are
away.
able and remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Bassett High School Army Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors.
All right, made up username.
Here now to offer today's invocation, please welcome Rich Acres Christian Church Pastor Tim Hunt.
Pray with me, please. Heavenly Father, we are grateful to have the freedom to be in this place on a beautiful day to watch a great race. And Father, I want to pray protection over everyone that is here. I pray for the drivers to the concession stand workers, from the NASCAR officials to the first responders, both inside and outside of the track. And Father, as we cheer for different drivers and different teams, I pray that you would unite us as a people and as a nation. And we pray this prayer in the powerful name of Jesus. Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome the United States Army Training and Doctrine Command 7 Cities Brass Band.
That was good, man.
Great weather for 400 laps of short track racing. Kyle Larson on the pole. Truex in row 2. Logano in row 3. Glad to have you with us on FS1 live from Martinsville.
All right, y'all ready for it? Let's see, guys. Let me see where you guys are from and who your favorite driver is, who you're pulled for. And members, you can use your emojis if you like. And also you can use your car number if you like. I know who the numbers are. So let me see where you're from in the chat. We have over 300 here tonight so far. Let me see where you're from and who your favorite driver is in the chat. Let's see it. Fill this chat with where you're from. Hot Rod says he's from Colorado. Kyle Larson, Billy Vaughns, Millstone, Montana, Chase Elliott. Virginia, that watermelon, Brian says. Stafford, Virginia, the 6 and the 22. I'm a pirate. Good to see you. Illinois, I'm a meetup username. What's up? Chris Busher, Rowdy Bush from Boston. Stuck in Florida. Go Rowdy. That's funny. Eric Turch, 54, Massachusetts via North Carolina. Awesome. Tammy says Yukon won. Yes, they did. 54, Iceman says California. Larson, Shannon, Rowdy Baby, Denver, Colorado. We got a JGR from Florida, Georgia. What's going on? Vancouver Island, Canada, dropping that 5. Andy Norman says Pennsylvania. Kyle Larson, Kenneth Clark. What's up, buddy? From Florida, Chase Elliott. Richard Carr, Texas, 5, the 9, and the 14. Cindy says Virginia, Kyle Larson. Darth Gator from Everglades, Ricky Bobby. He's a racing god. Let's go. Lee, Columbia, South Carolina, Chase Elliott. Patrick, Baltimore, Bowman Nation, ATF, your mom's stick trickle. That's awesome. Kelly Duncan, North Carolina. Go Hamlin. Skates, Alfred from Georgia. Rodney Green, good afternoon. Sunday to you, Sela. What's up, Rodney Green? Midless County, Virginia. Go Larson, James says. Tammy says, Rawlings, Wyoming. Kyle Busch. John says the 12, the 22, the 11, the 9, the 14, the 23 from Florida. Wow, John's got a bunch of drivers today. Franklin County, Virginia. Ronnie, welcome in. Florence, New Jersey. Truex Jr. Jeffrey, welcome in. Victor, Puerto Rico, 24 and the 9. Richard Carr, go Clark. Get that W in the trophy. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for speaking up, and love to see new folks in the chat as well. If this is your first time, appreciate you being here. If it's not, welcome, and thank you for coming back to CeeLo. So I hope you guys are ready to have some fun today, and let's see what happens. I'm cheering on Kyle. I'm cheering on Denny, but Kyle Larson's who I picked to win this. So keep on hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. And Spain says cold trickle. So that's where she's got. So 20 more likes to 100. Help us get to 100 likes, y'all, as we're moving on. Kenneth Clark says Kraken got a surprise for all of us. That's right. I'm not feeling hope for today. Bronny's already down to bet Rick Hendrick or the Gibbs team's winning. So we'll see how it goes. But hi, bro. What's up, Brendan Dial? What's going on? Good to see you, my friend. John says Southeast Texas, Kyle Busch. Hats off to you, James says. JT, what's up, buddy? So just waiting on the commercial to come back, and we'll get the Gentleman Starts Your Engines. Remember, this is on FS1. It's not on Fox today. If you would like to become a member, like to use the emojis in the chat, make sure you're checking that out. It's 99 cents to get those special emojis for the members. There's also a pro level that goes back to the channel for $1.99, and MVP, you get a special live stream once a week with MVP, plus all the other stuff that comes with it. So here we go, back to it.
From Martinsville, Virginia on FS1, presented by Mother's High Performance Car Care. Since 1949, 151 NASCAR Cup races, counting today, have been contested on this tight half mile. First as a dirt track, then in the mid-50s they paved it, then they changed the corners to concrete. A lot of different surfaces, lots of different challenges, and tick-tock, there's a grandfather clock awaiting one of these drivers. As you heard in pre-race, this is one of Clint's favorite tracks, one of Kevin's not-so-favorite tracks, so let me talk first with Kevin. What is job one today, if you're going to have a chance to wind that clock?
Well, I'm definitely not used to being first here, so thanks for letting me go first. But job one is from practice. Hopefully you have a versatile car, because this racetrack is going to build up with rubber, and you're going to have to go below it, split it, or above it. So you need a very versatile car to go through traffic.
All right, folks, so Clint's here to help you out. Who's going to do that the best? I think it's a Larson. Keep an eye on these 40th anniversary Hendrick cars. Larson. How about Chase Elliott? We haven't heard from him in a while. I think his car is very fast, starting third. Denny Hamlin, last week's winner. A little bit of controversy there, we know it. Redemption time. Can it be his teammate Martin Truex get back? But this weekend, keep an eye on the Fords. We finally get to talk about these Fords. I hear it on Twitter all the time. People not happy about their Fords.
And Jay Norris, thanks for the subscribe just a little bit ago. Appreciate you.
Particular, keep an eye on those cars.
Yeah, Josh Berry.
Go fast, turn fast, turn left. USA number one. What's up?
And of course, Ryan Blaney won here the last time we were here.
Well, we expect Joey Logano to be good too. This is one of his best racetracks that he's gone to through the years, and he's aggressive. He's got good track position, and look for him to be strong all day.
All right, the big question: how many Martinsville hot dogs will you consume today?
Well, I'll try one. I can't promise you I'm going to consume the whole thing.
I'm up here, Kevin. Don't be doing that to me now. No more hot dogs.
Lightweights, I'll tell you. Get a dozen, Andy. Let's go trackside.
Here to give the command for the Cookout 400 are two Hendrick Motorsports legends. Jeff Gordon scored 9 Cup Series wins here, including his last career victory in 2015, and Jeff Bodine, who are in Hendrick Motorsports, their first ever checkered flag 40 years ago here at Martinsville. They're joined today by Cookout representative Rue Reeves.
Race fans, help us get this race started on 3. 1, 2, 3. Drivers, start your engines!
Let's go, y'all. Thank you for the subscribes.
Ready to race at Martinsville for 400 laps today on FS1.
All right, so the cars have been started. Where we at 100 yards? Yeah, get 7 more to go, y'all, before that green flag. Help us get to 100 likes. There's 380 of us here. Let's get to that green flag. No hat, CeeLo. Staying on the radar after a jump restart. Oh, Rowdy, you're funny. No, I got a new fresh haircut, and I just thought, show it off a little bit, Show it off a little bit. Actually, all my Denny shirts were dirty, and I didn't feel like wearing a hat, so there you go. Richard Carson, let's go. But that's funny, Rowdy Bush. Staying under the radar. That's funny. Ride Wall Ross. Yeah, oh my gosh. Can I not forget that? Look at Rowdy. Dropping the Rowdy. All right, so another homework we have today. On lap 3, we're going to honor Dale Sr. right here on the channel. So when you see me on lap 3, put these 3 fingers in the sky to the camera. I want you to drop this channel into 3s into the chat. And I want you to spam this chat with 3s. Here's your permission to spam the chat with 3s on lap 3. So I hope you guys are ready to have some fun. I'm ready to have some fun. And we're ready to go 400 miles, 400 laps at the short track Martinsville. 54 is my guy. Ty Gibbs going to win today. Going to work today, Kyle says. Look at you. Hey, Eric Church, you got you some friends. Good to see the Braves are ahead. Yep, right now. Right now they are. Chris Sale looking okay. I got it on the game right here. But we bring the live audio back here in just a second. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button as you're coming in. 100 likes. Thank you guys so much. You did it. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for getting us there and hitting that 100 likes. Appreciate y'all. So make sure you're sharing out the stream. Make sure you're telling other people, hey, come hang out in this chat. This chat is amazing for NASCAR. So we'll be bringing, like I said, the live audio. And Tyler's going to win, Alan says. Reddick. Okay, that could happen. Brendal says, good old beating and banging and roughing them up. Rubbin's racing. That's right. Rubbin is racing.
Regional.
No, the eclipse is tomorrow. Bright sunshine here at Martinsville today. As we get ready to race
free subs. That's right.
Laps.
See if we can get.
Rick Hendrick Chevrolets have been so successful here at Martinsville. 9 wins each for Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. 4 for Darrell Waltrip. Jeff Bodine, Dale Jr., Chase Elliott, William Byron, Alex Bowman, Kyle Larson. All have clocks to wind from this tough half mile. Jeff Bodine, Jeff Gordon taking a lap in the pace car. Let's visit with another Hendrick driver. This one will start on the pole.
Hey, Kyle Larson, Kevin up in the booth. We cut Clint off today so we could take this serious. Tell me about that great-looking race car that you put on the pole today and what a day it is for Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough getting Clint not to talk. But, yeah, no, my car has felt really good. It looks really good. And, it's good to be on the pole. So we got 1,500-plus people affiliated with Hendrick Motorsports there off turn 2, and we would love to be celebrating with them here in a few hours.
Rick, that's funny.
All right, man. Well, good luck today. We'll be watching.
Cars are rolling, y'all.
Thank you.
Keep hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel, y'all.
All right, let's have a
Keep
look
it
at the
going.
Mother's High Performance Car Care starting grid for today's race. Kyle Larson is on the pole. He won this race last year, 2 weeks in a row. On the pole by 1,000th of a second over Bubba Wallace. Larson was the last driver to qualify. He pipped Wallace for
Let's
the
go
pole.
Team Chevy, Richard Carr says.
As Chase Elliott, 2020 Martinsville winner.
Billy
and
cheered
Martin
on his boy,
Truex
Chase
Jr.
Elliott.
A lot of talk about last week.
Regan Smith.
Well, Mike Martin Truex Jr. has been off to a great start this season. He's the points leader, riding a 5-race top 10 streak currently as we come into
Come on, Chase,
but
win that clock.
4 of those races he has been passed for the win, including last week when he lost at the very end of the race due to a late race caution. Talked to crew chief James Small about that. He said, listen, we don't need to look at what happened in the past. We need to look forward. We can't change it. No words need to be said. We are focused on this weekend at Martinsville and getting that first win of the year.
Row number 3, Joey Logano, top 10 in the last 9 Martinsville races, and he shares it with Chase Briscoe, who's been top 10 the last 4 races of this season. Clint.
I got you, boys. What's happening?
Man, you're happening. Good racetrack for you. Top 5 start. Last 2 times you've been here. Top 5 starts, top 5 finishes. How about you?
Yeah, it's definitely been a really good track.
Thank you for that subscribe.
Team. You know, every time in this next year in the air we came here, we've been really, really good. So hopefully, you know, that'll
J Fox, thank you for that subscribe.
Kind of everything but take the grandfather clock home. So that's what we're trying to do today. I feel like we can definitely do it. We just got to execute, you know, all day long, from restarts to pit road. I think we're going to have the car to be able to be up front. We just got to put all those little details together. And, you know, that's normally what's the difference in winning and not winning is those little details. So, yeah, definitely have a really fast Mahindra tractors Ford, so try to keep this thing up front.
All right, man, I love it. Go get it.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Briscoe, baby.
Row 4, making his first Martinsville Cup Series start is Josh Berry.
Go ahead and hate.
The guy who's won both short track races this year, Denny Hamlin. Jamie?
Kevin, Denny Hamlin
Larson might not make the first lap
after that final restart and win a week ago at Richmond. But Denny Hamlin likes it that way. He uses it as motivation, especially coming into here, Martinsville, a place he has 5 wins. I talked to his crew chief, Chris Gabehart. He said, we were really good yesterday in practice. We feel like we have something that can compete with Kyle Larson. Of course, Denny Hamlin looking to get his 3rd short track win of the season.
About row 5, one here last fall, right down the road. He's from High Point, North Carolina's Ryan Blaney. The outside of him, Alex Bowman. He's one of those 4 40th anniversary Hendrick cars, 2021 Martinsville winner.
Row 6, Kyle Busch, a 2-time winner here, and Ross Chastain, who's been top 5 in half of the last 4 Martinsville races. As you have a look at the rest of our starting grid, let's top of mind at Martinsville for our crew chief, Larry McReynolds.
You know, Mike, once this driver leaves pit road for 400 laps, there's not a lot he can do inside that race car except maybe adjust the way he's driving the race car. But
Chase
there is
Briscoe's
one adjustment
car right
that
here.
he can make, and I can almost promise you he'll be using it a lot. Let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car, and let's talk about what we call brake bias. You're going to lift the body off the car here, and you're going to see this red knob on the dash where he can adjust front and rear brake bias. The car actually has 2 complete different brake systems, one for the front, one for the rear. You see the brake pedal there in the middle. Let's pull that panel back. You've got a cylinder that controls
41.
the front brakes. You've got one that controls the rear. Now, if the car is loose under braking, he can crank a little front brake into it. If it's maybe tight, not turning under braking, he can put some rear brake. That knob is red right now, guys, but more than likely they'll be adjusting on it. The paint will be completely gone.
Well, that's a fact. We saw a lot of those.
I didn't hear that,
left front
ATF.
tires
Haven't heard
sliding
that.
yesterday. A lot of cars loose in the corner, so that brake bias is going to get a workout today.
Keep hitting that like button, y'all. They're coming in. Lily
Beautiful day at
Orchard.
Martinsville.
Thank you so much,
Temperature
Lily.
Fighting its way up into the mid-60s here, but full sunshine and a light breeze. And under the sun, the asphalt, 94 degrees. Here's
Thank
your
you, Lily
Incredible
Orchard.
Bank race analysis for today. 3 stages, of course. 80, 100, 120 laps will be the distance. 30 miles an hour down pit road. Boy, that makes it awful slow and awful long from turn 3 all the way to turn 2 if you have to make a penalty drive down pit road.
Yeah, and it's a tricky pit road with the corners. Same thing we've talked about it a couple
Kyle
places.
Busch's car back in
with the corner
11th
speeds
place.
being so far up. You see Kyle Larson looking at that first pit stall, and we saw Ryan Preece make that mistake.
Yes.
He tried to go all the way to that yellow line, but this is definitely
8
not
fans
as big
out
of
there.
an
Any
advantage
Rowdy
in
Nation
what is
out there?
actually
Let me
pit
see
stall
that
2, not
Rowdy
pit stall
Nation.
1.
Exactly. Yeah,
We
that's
see
why
those
it's not an
8s.
advantage
Drop
so
those
much,
8s.
Kevin, is they've actually taken, NASCAR's taken that #1 stall out of the equation. And just like you said, the 41 car of Ryan Preece actually had that stall, drove straight out and got caught speeding. You can see the difference right there. That stall is not in existence. when he goes out, you have to be careful. He's got to be back down to pit road.
Base laps aren't long enough.
Yep. Whereas before, when you had that #1 box, you just powered straight out wide
lap
open.
3 might deserve emoji. Yeah, I always
it's less chaotic.
feel like I need to put as many drivers as possible, but we probably need to do that.
In these corners here, on both ends, you got to go up a couple miles an hour. Some different readings at the start-finish line from a mile per hour. Tricky pit road just because it's so slow, but you have to be right on the limit in order to gain the time that you need. So a lot of work on the driver's shoulders
we did not,
again this week on pit road.
We'll see what happens, though.
At the entry to turn 3 and the exit of pit road at turn 2.
Lap 80 here.
Well, Ryan Blaney radio.
Hey, everybody. Doing all I can for you. Keep this thing clean. Let you know what I need. Try to get another clock. Good luck, fellas. Be safe.
That's the calmest he'll be today.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Boy, his radio changes so much. You hear him do an interview, folks, and I'm telling you, every now and then,
Ryan Blaney's car. They're just talking about him.
That car, it gets very loud and very aggressive.
Yeah. You as soon as this green flag drops, the switch flips and the alter ego comes
Chin-strap
on.
gets tight.
That's right. Cut off some
Let's
of
go
that
Truex, Choppa.
Blaney and Austin Cindric both, I thought, did a great job last night on the Xfinity race.
All right, are y'all ready? Are you ready? Have fun. Keep the chat clean. Cheer on your drivers.
Here we go. Green flag. Buggity, buggity, buggity. Let's go racing, boys.
Is underway.
My gosh, Kevin, that was definitely inside the restart zone. I don't want to hear anything more about it.
Well, remember, Clint, the flag does start the race.
I don't care. It was in the zone. Martin Truex slid way up.
Camera's actually
right there.
Yeah, and that racetrack's been walked on, run on, cleaned up, and that outside groove, it won't be as good this first run as it typically is. And you know, if you get hung up there in the wrong position or your car's not handling good, it's tough to get down to the bottom, and sometimes you got to force yourself down to find a hole if there is one. But right now there is no hole, and the longer Joey Logano waits, the longer that line will get of cars bumper to bumper, and the harder it will be to go down.
And he's trying to get down, and all of a sudden you got Josh Berry filling that void on the inside. Oh, he got clear. I think Josh
Logano gets in line. They're in 6th.
Yeah, and that's really what stacks all these guys up. When Logano goes down low like that, he slows up the corner more than he wants to. And Josh Berry had to slow up.
Keeping that subscribe, y'all.
Checks every car in lineup, which creates that accordion effect of usually bumpers hitting bumpers.
Now note how clean that concrete is in the corners. We're above 60 degrees, so the track should take rubber today.
It certainly did yesterday in practice and qualifying. Very fast, actually. A lot more than Kevin and I thought. I mean, you can already see that rubber getting laid down in 3 and 4 from here.
Well, we've had a truck
asking
race.
For a friend, is it normal?
An Xfinity race. We've had practices, and like you said, Clint, that track had.
I got to start reading these things before I say something. Oh, lap 3, here we go. I did it. I forgot again. Let's do it. Redeem Dale. 3. Thank you again. I get involved here. Let's do it. Redeem 3 on lap 3. We honor Dale Sr. as always. Let me see those 3s.
Double file from 14th on back here. Larson half a second up on Bubba Wallace. Column at the front.
Just because I don't want to get
Typical Martinsville.
Yeah, and that won't
review.
Last long because
Praise you know what? Praise Dale.
The back of the field just stacks these guys up, and the lap times get slower and slower.
You see those 3s.
And the front of the field is going to catch the back of the field before long.
That's exactly right. And you can run, but you can't hide at a track.
I'll look it up
like
here in a second, Kate.
No place to go.
Drop
Maybe
those 3s, y'all.
20, 30 laps here. Next thing you know, you're mired in traffic, and all that ground you gained.
Thank you so much.
Car, the car behind
Thank you so much, guys.
Has, narrowed up as you're trying to navigate traffic. That's what we've been talking about.
Kevin, Ryan Preece.
Time and time again in that pre-race show, you told me a maneuverable car. You got to have
Ryan Preece is an 18th. So you can we'll ride along with him if you want.
Whether that's a
let's go get him.
Or for position.
Yeah, and right now everybody wants to be on the bottom of the racetrack until that rubber really gets thick and the cars start to slide around on the entry and push in.
Here's
the middle
Ryan
with the
Preece's car in 18th
spot.
You
already saw Kyle Larson kind of up the racetrack right there, starting to move around a little bit to just have a good idea of how his car feels and what his best option is on the racetrack.
Let's ride along with Ryan Preece.
Conveyor belt all the way back to Carson Hocevar in 25th place. On the outside, everybody in front of him is single file logging laps, but yeah, they're still fighting for position out back here.
Well, this is a relatively short stage of only 80 laps, and so you've got to go. You don't really get a great idea of what your car is doing until you get to about lap 30, 40,
there you go,
50,
a whole lap with
there.
Ryan
That's where you
Preece.
really start to understand, and we expect the green flag runs to go.
I'm already seeing cars having to straddle this
Preece's
rubber down to 3 and
Reese's.
4 in particular. Your leader right there with Larson. You see Truex behind him. They're moving up. Took a shot from the rear of Logano. I think he's in the way.
Truex back to 5th.
Truex early struggles. Told us in the pre-race there, Kevin, that he made some adjustments on his car.
Larson, the new leader. As always, we bring up the leader on our channel if they're leading, and we'll do that right now.
See right there. That's
Kyle Larson, the leader of the pack.
Wait on the car to turn and late to the throttle.
See how quickly they get to lap cars.
Let's get an update on Truex from Regan Smith.
Well, Kevin, you're exactly
24
right.
has one job, Crash.
Just told the team they fought tight in practice yesterday, made all those adjustments overnight, but the report from Martin already, it is tight still, just like what he was battling yesterday in the middle.
Yeah, and you see that left front tire on the 19 car almost lock up there into turn 3, and that tells you he's doing everything he can as long as he can to try to slow the car down and get it closer to that curb, but he just can't make it to the curb early center there.
Well, he was toying with trying to diamond the corner a little bit and moving around, and that's when Logano drove right back to his bumper. But look how much faster Joey can roll to him with speed.
Well, in the early days of this sport, the bumpers were chrome-plated steel, and this is the place the phrase "the
looking back at Logano
was invented."
Keep hitting that like button and subscribing. Y'all are trying to get to 200 likes.
Saying, I'm here. Give me room.
You know why you use that, Mike?
Because you can.
No, because it works.
Jamie.
Well, Mike, we've been talking about what a big race this is for Hendrick Motorsports. 3 of their 4 cars qualified top 10. That one right there, the 24, did not. He qualified 18th. His crew chief, Rudy Fugel, told me they just simply missed it. But despite that, a lot of positive comments about the handling of that race car.
There must be no cap Sunday at CeeLo. I don't know. Is there people using caps getting deleted? I didn't see anybody get deleted. Oh, no cap. Yeah.
Well, you see
no cap Sunday.
Bumper right there, that 2 car.
I know you're so used to it.
He's like, hey man, I'm way faster than you. See Austin really slowing the car down in the middle of the
Rebel
corner.
X.
There he goes. I think these Hendrick cars are obviously going to be hard to handle. I mean, Rick brought 4 of them, and all 4
Water on with William Byron. They're showing him.
This one means business.
David Starr.
I wish the commercials would happen soon.
Part-timer racing for Carl Long. First car to go a lap down here at 17, 18 laps now.
Right along with William Byron. Byron there in 14th place. Looking ahead
number 2, Hendrick
at
Motorsports celebrating
Keselowski.
40 years. Lots of ruby red on those T-shirts and banners as they celebrate here at Martinsville with their driver, Kyle Larson, out front.
All right, I told you guys that Hendrick was going to find a way to win today. This is the 40th anniversary. If they don't win today, I don't know. That's going to be weird. But welcome in, everybody. Get a lid at CeeLo Rebel X. I don't know. We'll see. But I hope everybody's doing well, and I hope everybody's had a good Sunday afternoon. And we're live here with the Cookout 400. We are complete 20 laps of the stage. Will be coming up here in about 60 laps, first stage. And then I'll see how it goes. It's okay, so just showing off those luscious looks. There you go, Kyle. Hey, I got a haircut. I was wanting to show it off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shannon says still 2-3 Braves, bottom of the 8th. Yeah, I got it on right here. Oh, they were showing that 3D version. That's cool. That's what I have. But yeah, Kyle, Matty O with a home run today. Clan, what's up, everyone? Wanted to stop in and say hi. Smash that like button. Thanks, Clan. He's doing Braves over there, just like our 3D that we do. Matter of fact, he's the one responsible for it. Like, he helped us get there. So make sure you go give our friend Clan a like and a subscribe over there. He's doing Braves. And I think one of your viewers over there, Clan, Tim Taylor, is watching. I told him to say hey to you. So, but we're hanging out here on the channel. Keep on hitting that like button and subscribing. Trying to get to 200 likes. And we're trying to get to, where are we at on the subscribe count? We're trying to get to 11,300 today. So please hit that subscribe button for us and join our NASCAR community today. I figured that you was Sunday services earlier, CeeLo. Man, don't wear a hat. It throws everybody off. Don't wear a Denny hat and everybody complains. I don't understand. Whatever. It's funny, Rebel X. That's funny. Bronny's still hating on JGR. Yep. Yeah, he's not having a good time. 5% of the race complete. Who will lose a wheel first? Jamie says. I don't know, but we're about to audio here right now. I know you are, buddy. Cheers, Rebel X. Cheers, buddy. Oh, man, this music is killing me. One second. Monster commercial here.
Welcome back to the Cookout 400 on FS1. Let's get today's Coors Light race strategy.
Well, Mike, Martinsville's a place where you better have a strategy.
Raid from Plan. Nice, Gene. What's up, buddy?
Well, if the caution comes out near the end of stage 1 or stage 2,
Grundy's Garage. Thank you for that subscribe.
Stay out. Change his right side tires. It worked out for a couple of drivers last year, and he scored stage points. The final stage, 220 laps.
Thank you, Rebel X, buddy.
Split the stage. Now, that can be risky if that caution comes out, but crew chiefs say this is the best way to go. And once you get to about 50 laps to go, if you're up at the front and the caution comes out late in the race, stay out or change just right side tires. Last year, Larson, the winner, right sides. Logano finished second, actually stayed out.
Thanks, Larry Mack. Well, Kyle Larson in heavy traffic. Hendrick
there you go,
running
Kyle.
first, third, 11th, and 13th in their anniversary race. Over the last 7 races, all 4 of the Hendrick drivers have won here.
It's a really special weekend. I know it means a lot to him and Linda both.
Cool to be a small part of it, you know, have added to the trophy collection a little bit.
All 4 of us drivers hope to make it a memorable night once again for Rick and Linda and everybody at Hendrick Motorsports.
Learning a lot about the different aspects of the company and all the different people affected. So it's a big deal.
Over 1,500 present and former Hendrick employees and their families here to witness
This is right along with Chase Elliott in third place, looking at Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson's had a lot of race traffic to deal with. He's already put 6 cars 1 lap down.
That's what I love about Martinsville. And Kevin, you told us you got to have a maneuverable car. And what I see in this is Larson being
How many cautions today? Let's see. Let's vote on it, y'all. How many cautions you got today? Let me see in the chat.
Chase Elliott right there and Chase Briscoe in the 14, both catching them cars. That 9 car's fast today, folks.
Yeah, we noticed the 9 car of Chase Elliott really moving around, had a big diamond, would cut it down low on the exit of the corner, just trying to feel his car out before he got to traffic.
3 for Rick.
Kyle Larson is picking him up and putting down. He's
they were Rebel X. Brendel says 9. 58, 50, okay. Ernest says 8. 12 cautions for Justin. 9 for Unique.
This season.
18 or is that 13 for Sarah? 6 for James Moore. 7 for Rodney. 17 for Gundy's Garage, our newest subscriber. Very Funny Gamer says 7. Jamie says 6. Good to see Jamie.
Wallace 1.6 back.
Gary says 6 or 9.
Just the look on his face.
I say 4.
After losing the pole
all right.
by 1/1000.
Everybody's got. Remember your votes.
Ironic part. It's like him.
Yeah.
The guy I spun out with a lap and a half to go last Sunday accidentally. Him. He beats me for the pole. Yes. Yes, indeed.
They can't get away from one another.
Well, this sport just has a funny way of.
Are you Bubba fans? I'll let you see his in-car camera chasing Kyle Larson.
You have no choice but to talk to him. And yesterday we saw that in qualifying, getting beat by 1/1000th of a second for the pole. Kyle Larson beating Bubba Wallace. So that's just the way this deal goes. You've got to learn to live with that, because that won't be the last time.
What's up, Tim Miller? What's going on?
Back of them trucks and driver intros of the guy that you wrecked the week before. You're like, hey, man, it's the most awkward conversation you'll ever have.
So here's William Byron, who is up 6 spots since the start of this race, about to pass Alex Bowman for 11th. Or is he?
Byron and Bowman riding together. This is Bubba's in second place.
How close
trying to follow Larson through the crowd.
The tight quarters of the corner and everything.
What's up? Go Denny. That's right, Kelly.
But you see through the center of the corner.
I'm going to say 7.
Better.
It just was so
7, and that's including stage caution.
48-24 battle it out on this racetrack.
Whoa. Performance cam showing Ryan Blaney shifting.
We also show him Showed him getting a handful of wheel right there up off the corner.
Denny and Blaney racing there.
Yeah, you see Denny Hamlin there in the 11 car. I talked to his crew chief, Chris Gabehart, a couple of days ago, and he said one of the challenges in the race versus practice is you never can duplicate in practice what you see in the race. You guys have talked about the rubber going down. When you only have half the field out there practicing, you don't get that much down. But, guys, what I'm seeing already, it brings back nightmares from my 18 years as a crew
Hamlin
chief.
there
Same thing. Won't
in
turn
8th
the middle,
place on the
can't put
camera.
The power down.
Watch Briscoe look to the inside of Chase Elliott, took advantage of some lap traffic. Chase was having trouble with them, and the other Chase pounced on it.
Third place at stake here.
Original juice, I said
Briscoe
Kyle
just
Larson.
Can't finish the corner. He can't get the entry, the arc on the entry, and finish the corner on the exit.
All right, Jamie says 7 as well.
He needs to complete the pass.
Showed it right there on display. Got loose up off with a lot of wheel in it. Chase Elliott drove back into the position.
Ryan Blaney, he's going backwards. Saw him get a handful of wheel off of turn 2, and a lot of times you'll get tight to the center of the corner, and then you have a bunch of wheel on the exit of the corner, and it'll slide.
Corey LaJoie did not want to give up being on the lead lap here. Regan?
We got to talk about Ryan Blaney, the report to the team from Ryan. He is very tight in the middle, but extremely loose off of the corners. No drive in that number 12 car right now. Keep in mind, last year's winner here, his crew chief, Jonathan Hatzler, told me he did not want to be in a situation where he had to work on the middle early on in this race, because last time we were here, the top is where they made all their hay later on in the race.
All right.
It's like Corey LaJoie's car looking now at Kyle Larson after he took a lap down.
Behind you. Give way.
Yeah, and I don't even know why we have the blue flag anymore. They don't even use it.
Here's your Xfinity fastest lap, Bubba Wallace. 2023.
36 laps to go in stage 1,
Chase
y'all.
Elliott, Martin Truex, Chase Briscoe. All running in the top 5. Track temperatures, hottest they've been all weekend. 113 degrees in the full sun.
Well, you see Martin Truex. You pointed it out, Clint. You see Chase Briscoe lay the door to Austin Dillon right there. Austin having a tough start to the race, going a lap down already.
Well, because of Chase's inability to be able to finish the corner, he was having trouble with Austin Dillon.
I was crazy once. Thank you, joining our rookie
and that's why
club membership. Thank you so much for joining our rookie level membership on the Go at CeeLo. I was crazy once. That's funny. I like that name.
Losing a bunch of time.
Thank you. Welcome in. You're eligible for all the emojis that are available for you today. And if you have a favorite driver of those emojis, let me see who your favorite driver is.
Replacing Keith Rodden, who takes on a wider management role with the team after disagreements over strategy the last few weeks. They've made that change. 33 laps to go in stage 1. Kyle Larson has led them all from Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, and Chase Briscoe.
Hendrick cars, final 3, top 5. All right, appreciate y'all hanging out. Where is Bell? Christopher Bell. He's in 23rd, but thank you. I was crazy once for becoming a member. 23rd spot, Christopher Bell there. If you guys don't see your driver in this top 18, I can always scroll down to let you see. 5 Larson's all the way. He's looking good. Scotty Day, you're welcome. Matter of fact, let's just ride along with Christopher Bell. What the heck? Now that I have this extra monitor, I can leave this up and I can click on it faster and I don't have to worry about it. And it stays in time. And here's Christopher Bell in 18th or 19th now, looks like. 19th, did I say? Nope. What did I say he was? 23rd. Back in 23rd, Christopher Bell here in stage 1 with less than 35 laps to go in stage 1. But this is Christopher Bell. Who's that behind him right there? Carson Hocevar in that Spire Racing 77. Trying to get a little closer. Love that camera. It looks in the back there. That's pretty cool. We'll ride one more lap with Christopher Bell here all the way around. Uncharacteristic for CB20. Yeah, he's not really moving up, is he? There he is. One whole lap with Christopher Bell. He'll get back up there. He'll get back up there. 3 straight sellout crowds for opening series of Truist Park, man. Yeah. Crazy. We're going to be in trouble for pitching next year with Freed and Morton, and if what's his name? Strider is out all next year for beginning of the year. We're going to be hurting. Thanks for the subscribes, y'all. And back out to the audio.
In the race from green to checkered flag and every mile in between, Goodyear more driven.
Good to see you here, Snoopy, in Dallas.
Kyle
What's
Larson
up?
continuing to lead.
Good
He's
to
now
see
opened
you.
it up in traffic by 1.8 seconds over Bubba
Kyle
Wallace.
Larson's led 422 laps this season.
Through turns 1 and 2 right there. Go through 3 and 4.
24 to go in stage 1.
See Larson wrapping the bottom, but you see this right over here, this rubber right there is starting to get caked up. It's starting to get choppy through there. And when I say choppy, you'll go in there and it'll just grab the right front tire, and that car will take off up the racetrack, and it'll take you way around the corner and still not rotate.
Yeah,
And then
lots of games
when
to
you
go.
finally get it to grip.
That's why I'm not too worried about streaming them
rotate
right
out of
now.
the
We got
corner,
plenty
then
of
it snaps the back
time.
of the car. So
Weekends are going to be
see Kyle
NASCAR
Larson's starting
Braves
to
during the
move up.
week
You gotta do
during the
something
summer.
to move around that rubber in the middle
And
of
if
the corner
we have
so that you
get
can
some
make
night
the car
games
turn
and day
rotate
games,
correctly.
day races, we'll probably do
7th
both.
place here. Denny Hamlin, Josh Berry, William Byron.
And that struggle right there is what separates the men from the boys in this deal. If you can do that, you can maneuver around and pass cars like you were talking about, Kevin. If you
Denny
can't,
Hamlin
you
making
need
a
to
move
get
on
in
Josh
there and
Berry
make an
for
adjustment
7.
and pray those guys can help you.
Here comes Byron too as well.
Right there, William Byron.
Let's go right along with Berry.
From, I think,
watching these guys
a
pass.
little further back in the field than most, and he's made his way towards the front. He's up
10
He's
spots.
up several spots, yeah. Thank you, Mike.
Started 18th.
I couldn't spit that out there.
No.
50 laps, 58 laps of 400.
And that's a great feeling at the beginning of this race, Clint, when you can
3 laps
wrap
behind.
that curb longer than everybody else, and everybody else is just dead slow through the middle of the corner with their right front tire stuck, and then they move up and still can't get the front to turn, and then they have to go back through the rubber. It's nice when you can wrap that curb as long as possible.
Right along with Christopher Bell right here. Man, he is off the pace, struggling with the race car. I've watched him slip and slide around in that rubber you speak of, way up the racetrack a couple times. He is definitely wanting some adjustments.
Look at this rubber.
For best crashes, Hamlin versus Logano,
right
Jamie
says.
says.
Right about here, you start to see that rubber start to get choppy. See where it's starting to cake up.
Darth
right there.
Gator.
You can see him straddling, doing it, whatever he can do to not put
Why are
that
you
right front tire
done,
in it.
Darth Gator?
Nice shots from the Toyota cam on board Christopher Bell. Kyle Larson has led every lap so far, all 62 of them. His crew chief, Cliff Daniels, allowed us to sit in on the team's morning meeting.
Enjoy the moment. Don't let that get lost on you today. Literally right outside of our pit stall is 1,500 Hendrick Motorsports employees and families and all the people that are here to cheer us on. Whoever's been in pit stall 1 the last
No
4 or
wrecks
5
yet.
races
It's
here
been
has
kind of
spent.
small,
Let the stall
NASCAR fan.
and the pit crew do the work. Right now, if a caution comes out at lap 40, I don't know if we're going to stay. I don't know if we're taking rights. I don't know if we're taking 4. I really don't know. We're just going to have to observe, the track, the rubber content. Here we go, team. Let's have a great day.
I love that advice, Clint. Enjoy that moment. I always enjoyed when there was more people watching, more pressure on you. Just take that moment, and because when you succeed
Josh
in those
Berry,
moments, it is so gratifying.
Where's he at? He's in
I don't
9th
even know how to
place.
explain it to people.
Well, the only
Looks
moment
like he's
that
putting
I heard Cliff Daniels
Harrison
say that
Burton
I
a lap
don't
down.
believe is he doesn't know. That man
Passing
is
him.
sharp, and he always has a plan.
Well, he sounded like somebody told him that pit stall 1 has not
Welcome
won
back,
a
Bubba
race at
fan.
Martinsville in 10 years. Wow.
Yeah. Well, if he has anything to do with it, that's going to change.
Keep hitting that subscribe, y'all. Keep hitting that like button
Really
for
like
us
the way
as
that
well.
This race has started. It couldn't have started better.
200
for Kyle
likes. Let's go to
Larson.
250 now.
He started on the pole, Kevin.
Yeah, and he's got the rich get richer, right? He's got the first pit stall. He's got the best track position. He's got everything. But I've seen a lot of cars go backwards as we start this race, and he's not one of them.
He's put 11 cars 1 lap down already in the first 67 laps of this race.
Well, he's going to have to deal with this 11 car at some point, and the 24.
Sixth place here.
Both of those cars are making their way through the field.
coming up on David Starr, 3 laps down in the 66. Justin Haley has gone 2 down in the 51.
Well, and this is really going to bite Denny Hamlin right here because he's going to get stuck behind David Starr unless he doesn't move up. But you see William Byron not give him any space to try to use him as a pick. And this is going to get tight. Denny has to move him up out of the way.
Byron struggled last fall. He only ran 5 laps in a top 10 position, finished 13th.
How many times you been here and done that? Come here, run right up in the front, almost win the race, come back the next time, felt like all the tires were flat.
Yeah, what did you guys do to this thing?
Yeah.
It's literally the same car with the same setup, Clint. I don't know what to tell you.
Ten to go in stage 1 this time by Jamie.
Well, it's amazing how good Kyle
Larson's going to get a tear down.
The last few times, yet
deal with it 11.
Got in the car. This place just is opposite of what he grew up doing. He said
now
you
Jamie,
have to slow down
it's not nice
to go fast here, and that's not what you do in dirt racing. In the meantime, he's
Byron,
every lap
him
so
and Denny
far.
there side by side.
Do whatever is comfortable. Guys around you, behind you, are moving around, so find your comfort zone.
All right, now right side of the screen, Logano and Hamlin are going to try to pin Byron, who drops in line because there's a lap car ahead on the bottom. They were going to go to the top side, but now you got Austin Dillon and Casgralla,
9 laps to go in stage 1.
Both already 1 down.
Then he gets that spot
just in front of this group. Traffic is a constant here.
It is a constant.
11 is the black sheep of JGR.
So much between the traffic and the rubber on the racetrack.
If there's a 35 car pileup
car and be able to do
and he avoids, Wallace will win the day.
Well, they've lapped all the way up to 26th place already, 25th. Pretty amazing. Man, they're picking them up, putting them down fast here.
Yeah, and one of those cars that they lapped is Chris Buescher. And I'm really surprised. And Clint, we were
Joey's just shooting for stage points
before the show. Just
6th
the 6
place.
and the 17 just have not run like they did last year. And I don't know what they're missing this year compared to that at some of these racetracks where we really expect them to run strong. But that's a huge surprise as we're on board with the Build Submarines onboard camera. And Chris Buescher.
Joey Logano. Someone said Joey Logano.
And Denny Hamlin have been very patient with Austin Dillon.
Jamie said Joey
Patience
Logano.
was about to
so there's
run
Joey.
Out there, but Logano just
right
can't
along in
seem
6th.
to get to the bumper of the 3, and he can't seem to get past Casgralla.
Well, it's running out of patience behind him, too. I saw Denny Hamlin lay the bumper to Joey Logano twice now, and it's because of the pressure behind him. William Byron, Josh Berry right on his heels.
We need rubber bands and transmissions.
It makes it even worse because the air.
A lot of rubber buildup, yes.
Is not as good when those cars are side by side like that. And Joey Logano's backing up and it's stacking the whole lane up.
Man, I love the move I saw by Josh Berry in that 4 car. Went way outside, entered way high, crossed back over, got a low and straight run off the corner off of 2.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Well, this can only last another 3 laps. We'll be at the end of stage 1.
Josh Berry, a lot of success here at Martinsville. Xfinity car, late model stock cars. So much success around here in the Southeast in the late models.
This rubber is giving these guys fits. They're slipping and sliding everywhere.
Well, you got to make some good adjustments.
Kyle Larson here, 3 to go for him.
Really quick, and you got to
get
him right because you might not get many chances to work on.
He is, Billy. It's crazy.
You know,
he hasn't done anything wrong.
Cars the last 8 or 10 laps is Bubba Wallace in that 23. And
hasn't done nothing, nobody.
We were talking about this yesterday. What I like, what I'm seeing.
Well,
with this 23
Kyle Larson
car,
and Chase Elliott fans and Truex fans will have something to say
He lets the car roll through the middle without using a lot of brake.
And he's rolling right to the leader of Kyle Larson, too. I told you the patience is running out back there. That isn't the first time.
Now that's at 7th place.
Final lap here for Kyle Larson.
Lap of stage 1.
And we got a race.
Yes, we do.
The win of this stage.
Briscoe on the inside.
He's under him. About had him.
There's the green.
Almost
and white
had him,
checkers.
too.
And Kyle Larson gets his first ever stage win at Martinsville. His 4th of the season. He leads all drivers in that category. As the top 10 come across the line and the caution will wave.
All right, congratulations, Kyle Larson. Domination from lap 1. He wins the stage 1. So congratulations, Kyle Larson. Let me see those 5 fans in the chat. If you are a Kyle Larson fan, let me see those 5s in the chat. Let me see them, members. And 5s, if you're not a member, you can become a member as well and use these 5s. They're up to date as the paint schemes of the week are updated. And these cars right here as well are the same paint schemes they're running today. So I try to give all the detail in the world for you guys to entertain you guys and keep you wanting to come back for more. So hope everybody's had a great day so far on this Sunday afternoon. But stage 1 is over. Congratulations, Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe, Martin Truex are your top 5. So 20% of the race complete, Jamie says. 5 here, 5 there, 5. Brawny. Oh, Brawny's not going to be happy until either Stuart Haas wins or Front Row wins or Penske wins. Somebody's not going to be happy until that happens. I understand. So some Ford wins. He is not going to be happy. How that Bubba so far? Look at him. He's in second place. So I like Kyle Larson, but it would be great to see Bubba get a victory here, Lloyd says. Good to see you, Lloyd. Melissa says the 5, dropping those hearts. Hamlin team for the win. We'll see. We'll see. Also, if you're on an iPad or you're on a cell phone or on your desktop, on your desktop as well, hit those heart buttons that are on the side over there if you're watching. It helps with the algorithm as well. So it's kind of like TikTok. You hitting those likes and then hitting those hearts. But Leonard Jeffries, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Appreciate you. Dallas Cicilo Bo got whacked on the elbow. Oh, no. That sucks. But thank you, Leonard Jeffries, for the subscribe to the channel. So let's see our sub count now. If we update it, keep it at subscribe, y'all. 11,266. And our likes are at 212. Our Nuke's goal is 250. So let's get there to 250.
Well, Mike, the 14 team has been one of the best on pit road this year. Top 5 for 4 tire stops, some of the fastest stops of the year. So let's say hello to Chase Briscoe's team.
Chase Briscoe. All right, let's see.
Shane Papala, front tire changer. I've been changing tires for 16 years. The 2017 Daytona 500 champion, back-to-back Brickyard champ in 19 and 20, 2023 Xfinity champion, and I wouldn't be here without my loving support of my wife and son, Amy and Lucas. Thank you.
I'm Dakota Ratcliffe. I'm the rear tire changer. This is my 6th season in the sport, and I'm your 2023 Xfinity Series champion.
John Burnell, tire carrier, 2015 most valuable pit crew, 2017 Daytona 500 winner, father of 3, and the sexiest man on pit road with bald head.
Dylan Moser, nickname is Moose, Jackman, played football at Wayne University, and I made Sports Center top 10.
Corey Coppolo, Fueler, 5th year in the sport, winner at Phoenix in 2022, former Davison defensive lineman.
He nailed it. Yes, he did. Well done. Richard Boswell, the second, is the crew chief for Chase Briscoe from Friendship, Maryland.
Should be seeing some pit stops here after stage 1 is over. We'll see.
And second with Briscoe.
Oh, local legend.
And we're going to stick with Briscoe's team here, and we're going to watch them pit. We'll watch them go to work since they just talked about them. Here we go, y'all. Let's watch Chase Briscoe's crew do a pit stop.
Around. For the leaders, here's Regan.
We just met Chase Briscoe's team. They get their first chance to go to work today right now. Right now, the 14 car sliding the right rear the entire run. Couldn't get the power down. The 19 of Martin Truex Jr., his car is just extremely tight through the rubber. It's making it worse as the rubber goes down on the racetrack, causing it to snap loose off. Jamie?
For Bubba Wallace, a really good first stage. He said pretty good. No changes here. The 5. He's led every single lap.
You see, oh, man.
Larson, he says, my car
he about took off Truex's bumper. You see that?
Just air pressure adjustment for Larson.
Ricky Stenhouse got turned getting into his pit stall. And because the left rear wheel is outside the stall, he cannot do the stop. Has to back up, turn it around. Not once, but twice.
Logano plus 5, y'all.
He'll be coming back down. Todd Gilliland. Let's dial up, Bubba. Hey, Bubba
plus
Wallace,
5.
the boys up in the booth. You got me?
What
Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate you, Stephanie.
That leader was getting really big in that windshield at the end of that run.
It didn't, apparently, Jamie.
About the same as last week, so I bailed. Yeah. The car's really good, so just appreciate everybody. On this 23 team, we've been working really hard just to get our rhythm back, get our mojo back from the beginning of the season. So it's a long way to go, but it's nice to be fast. So see what we can do here.
All right, man. Keep it up. Thanks for the time.
Second top 5 in a stage here for Bubba Wallace. Now you'll see Ricky Stenhouse, the orange car, come in, and boy, he got turned around. He was also too fast entering.
All right, appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us on the Go at CeeLo, our NASCAR channel. And you can also become a subscriber to us by hitting that subscribe button, and you'll be with us all the time. No matter what we do, you will be aware, and hit that notification bell as well. But if you really want to know what's going on with CeeLo, make sure you're checking out my social medias. On the Go at CeeLo is our Facebook page. You'll never miss a stream. I'm always posting over there. Go over and give us a follow on our Facebook page, On the Go at CeeLo. Sealord16 is our Twitter. We're streaming on Twitter right now, so if you can't watch YouTube, we're streaming on Twitter as well. So if you're watching over on Twitter, how you doing? My multi-stream chat doesn't work too well, so if you did say something to me, if you want to come chat with us over YouTube, make sure you come over and say hi. On the Go at CeeLo 1 is our Instagram. I forgot to post anything this morning on Instagram, and then On the Go at CeeLo is our TikTok, which I'm about to be loading up some Braves highlights on that and some NASCAR stuff too. And then we're also on Twitch. On the Go at CeeLo is all one word. On the Go at CeeLo, all one word. And you can watch us over on Twitch as well. We've gained a lot of followers on Twitch. I just checked that the other day. We've got some people watching us as well. So there's our social media. If you want to make sure you're following us and liking us and giving us a retweet on the Twitter and giving us a heart. And on Facebook, you're giving us a like on the stream. On the Go at CeeLo, give us a follow. And On the Go at CeeLo for TikTok, give us a follow as well. So there is our social media. All right, so we are in stage 2. Everybody's new leader, Joey Logano, coming out here. Logano. So every time I'm watching on YouTube from Independence, Missouri, Rodney Green. So when we have a new leader, we bring them up on the screen. So where is the 22s? I know Mountain Billy, he's a big 22 fan. But let me see your 22s in the chat. 22s and new members. Let me see those 22s as well. Let me see those 22s for Joey Logano, the new leader here at the Cookout 400. 651 people in our chat already. Could we get to 1K today? That would be awesome if we could. But thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And we do have a Discord as well. If you guys would like to join our Discord, if one of us could put our link in there. I don't have my other laptop to do that. But if you would like to do our Discord, I can do it actually right here. Let's see if I can do it. Discord. No, I don't have a link. I can't do that right there. All right, here we go back at it. Todd Gillen had to go back in. Tuning in from Ireland. Awesome. Thank you, Andy F. Appreciate it.
Tried to make the same adjustment, but never got the wedge wrench in.
Yeah.
Ooh, Ryan Blaney almost took out his guy.
Sidestep, though, huh?
Little slip and slide. Then Kyle Busch had an issue with a fuel can. It was still attached when he took off, but since it came off in the box, no
Another
penalty.
bad outing at the pits for Kyle Busch.
Gilliland removing equipment.
Man, he's had bad luck this year. Kathleen dropping that 11. We'll see you.
Also because the left rear lug nut was not tight.
Yeah, and Chase Briscoe, he's going to be salty with his crew too because of the loss in positions, and it's so important to be able to keep the track position here if you want to have a chance to win this race.
Salty, huh? His teammate Josh Berry lost a couple spots as well. I think he came in 9th. Well, yeah, he's 11th now.
Chris Buescher got the free pass. He was the first car 1 lap down.
All right.
So on the
lights are off on the pace car. Let's see
Larson
how close this is on
Logano
restart compared to that. We'll stay with Logano for the restart.
In row number 1.
So Logano, Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, top 5.
Trying to get into his pit.
We'll stay with this on the green flag. See how it goes.
Row 2 for the restart.
What do you think about these 2 tires?
Well, we're about to find out. I never liked
so it's
2 tires.
about, I don't know, 5 seconds behind.
But track
here we
position
go.
is sometimes king. So
Here
we're
we
going to
go,
find
green
out which
flag.
one's better,
Boogity,
tires
boogity,
or track
boogity.
position.
Let's go racing,
Restart
boys.
zone on the front straightaway begins here. They're on
Watch it right here. A little behind on the audio compared to this.
Larson spun the tires big time on the outside.
Logano got him. As much as we talked about last week's restart with Denny Hamlin, that was a great use of the box.
We'll watch it go all the way around.
Restart box there by Joey Logano to stack him up, and Larson spun the tires and lost another spot on the restart.
He's going to lose maybe another one to Denny Hamlin now.
Joey.
And these are the types of situations like Joey Logano putting on
And
2
a caution.
tires, right? So
I
we
thought,
Kyle
okay, it's
Larson,
green.
who
Never mind.
led and dominated the
Thought I
race,
saw
had
yellow
control
on the
of race.
camera.
He lost control. Now he spins the tires, loses a spot on the restart. Now battling with.
Let's go
Denny
9 to
Hamlin
make
just
sure
keep third.
fire siren
And these
still
are the
works in
types of things
Dawsonville,
that
Georgia.
change
That's
the
right,
complexion
Billy.
of the race just because of the track position.
Larson almost had Hamlin cleared on the front straightaway, but Denny sent it in.
Oh, that's right, John. No worries, man. Let's go 5.
As much as possible on the exit of the corner for just what we talked about earlier. You see Hamlin try to push him up in the middle of the corner so he can get a little better angle off the corner that time and drive up off the corner. And
Johnny won stage 1. Right now he's back in 4th. He spun his tires on the restart.
Well, that worked out. Chase Elliott got a little bit loose, filled that gap finally.
Martin Truex up on the outside of Bowman. That's for 8th place. With Kyle Busch right behind, and Truex finds a spot to the inside.
Yeah, and it's not something that I ever like to do, but it's
Team
something that
Chevy.
you have to do here at Martinsville. You have to force yourself down the racetrack.
You got stage
when you
right.
have a gap.
No
And
cautions.
that's what
Yep.
you saw Martin Truex do.
I think it's going to be like that for a
that
while.
Stacks those lines up and creates opportunities for somebody to.
All right,
get
so
spun
98
out
laps to
something
400
happen, but
complete.
You have to be aggressive.
I cannot believe these 2 tires are holding on like this. I mean, I know it won't hold on to that lead.
Blow the
for long
siren
when
in
you see Bubba
Dawsonville.
Wallace getting closer and closer to him. But if you're going to have that and play that call, you're going to have to make sure you leave exit of 2 in the lead. And that's exactly what Logano did. He got a good jump on the restart, beat Larson, caused him to spin the tires, got that clean air and track position. If he hadn't have done that and got mired in traffic at the deficit of 2 tires, he'd have been in trouble.
Top 10 at least are all single file here, so we'll just kind of listen along.
Lead as long as possible
I live in that county over from Dawsonville, and I've heard it before, Kyle says.
Conditions are going to get worse, so whether he has the best car or not.
Boy, look at this scrum back here. That was John Hunter Nemechek to the inside. There he is.
I want to go back to Logano for just a second. 20 laps into this stage already, I'm sold. It gets down to push come to shove at the end of this race, and you need to get some track position. Everybody's going to look at 2 tires.
Yeah, I'm not sold quite yet.
I'm just saying for the end of the race, not right now.
Oh, so Logano took 2 tires, huh?
That's good because I think that this could go south for him pretty quick if he gets past.
Well, let's ask our crew chief, Larry Mack. What do you think of this 2-tire play?
If you're going to try it, this is a time to try it. And I guarantee you there's about 36 other crew chiefs that's watching what's going on. My only concern
9 more legs to 250. Help us get to 250, y'all.
Knowing that this is basically an 80-something lap run and in this stage, should we go caution-free? That was my biggest concern.
Take it to the house,
Not so much
24.
the run
Chad
in
says,
stage
what's
one,
up,
but
Chad?
how many laps to the end of stage 2?
Helen says, go Denny.
So Logano came into the pits 6th and came out with the lead.
Yeah, Austin
with 2
Riley
tires.
hit a home run. Good job.
Well, it immediately changed the complexion of the race.
It sure did.
Regan?
Well, Mike, normally we have to worry about braking when we come to Martinsville. Unfortunately for Daniel Suarez, he has actually got an issue with the throttle sticking a little bit right now. Reported it to the team under the caution flag. They're keeping an eye on that. Jamie?
Well, Reagan, the guys were talking
26 to go to 11,300, y'all. Thank you so much. Get back up there, Truex. He's a ninth.
He said this tire is reacting like it did here in the fall, and they were really good. They were happy with the setup yesterday. He evolved it just a little bit, but so far so good as the 22 continues to lead.
Well, it looks like Joey's driving away from Bubba a little bit right now. Where this is really going to come into play is when he catches the back of the field. And that's really
and here's
get a read on
again.
what Joey Logano's car is going to do on 2 tires.
You got Bowman in his sights.
The left sides aren't wearing much. I mean, we're approaching 30 laps into this stage, and just like I just heard you say, he's getting away.
You can see the rubber on the ground, y'all.
Ryan Blaney, here's what happens when you have to make a second pit stop under caution. You end up back here racing with cars that are a lap down, trying to fight your way back to the front. Blaney, now 23rd. He has only gained 1 position.
And I bet his radio is not as calm as it was to start the race.
Certainly not.
Thank you, Renata. Renata, thank you for becoming a rookie member. Renata, thank you.
Well, Clint, you're right. I don't say that very often, but you're right about this Joey Logano car and the track position and everything that they've got going on with the 2 tires. I mean, it has worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to.
Well, all the things that old tires show, right, where like forward drive off immediately goes away on older tires, that has all those ingredients. It's taking off. It has forward
Christopher
drive.
Bell off the pace.
I got smoked because he got the tire down.
Looks like a right front flat.
Clear low, clear low, clear low.
Oh, it's broke. Tie rod end's broke somehow.
Right front. Put rights on it.
I think it's just got a flat.
Well, it's turned way to the right.
Christopher Bell in trouble. Watch him.
On the right side of the car, the tire was definitely hung way out to the right.
Bell was running 21st on the lead lap. He makes it to pit road.
It's broke. Tie rod. Something's broke in it. The wheel broke. The wheel might be broke. No, it's tie rod.
You're spot on twice.
Hey, man, this ain't my first rodeo, cowboy.
Live stream canceled, Cody.
You were always really good here, but you're on it today.
What are you talking about, Cody?
So what I said was that right front is broke.
Yes.
That's
trouble.
You're not going to get back from that.
Christopher Bell with an issue with the tie rod. Looks like
for him. Look at the right rear. It's hit as well. He's hit something pretty solid. Another car.
Yeah, that or it either.
And caution is out for debris. Likely from Christopher Bell, we're not sure. A debris caution is not charged to a particular driver. So at lap 112, yellow flag waves for debris with 25 cars on the lead
caution
lap. The last
on the
is
track.
Stenhouse. Looks like Noah Gregson is in position for the free pass.
He could have ran the final
really
288
on Christopher Bell's car. We'll go back and see if we can find some footage of what actually happened to Christopher Bell, but there's no wall marks.
Looks like he got it fixed. He's back out there for all you Bell fans.
You can tell by, just like you said,
the tires
looking
fixed.
at his right rear, he was hitting somebody. I'm looking.
James Moore dropping that 6, says stay out.
And no visible marks on the bodywork. That's an odd one.
But the tires were messed up. What I was saying is he's been in the inside of somebody.
But I'm really good at driving race cars. Awesome, ATF.
Wheel to wheel hard.
Do any IRL racing at all?
All right, Larry Mack, we've seen 2 tires work well. We've seen 4 tires. What this time?
Well, Mike, we've only run 19 laps, and we have 25 drivers on the lead lap. I think Joey Logano and Paul Wolf, their bed's made right now, only going 19 laps there. But if you're back in the pack like his teammate Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, that maybe just got the free pass, if nothing else, come and make more adjustments on this race car. But I think Joey Logano on his 22 has proved that 2 tires is not bad. One advantage he has, he picks the throttle up sooner and is able to be much smoother with it right now.
Okay. Thanks, Larry. 25 cars on the lead lap. Eric Jones will come in, along with a couple of others, including Ryan Blaney, toward the tail end of the lead lap.
All right, so another caution. Appreciate everybody being here. My name is CeeLo. On the Go at CeeLo is our YouTube channel. We're also on Twitch, streaming on Twitch and Twitter right now, so make sure you give us a follow and a Twitch, and both give you a follow on those, a retweet on Twitch. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. If you're watching on Twitch or Twitter and you're trying to talk to me, I can't see it. The multi-stream's not working too well, so I just have the YouTube chat on right now. Go Braves! But if you're a Miami fan, congrats to finally having a good game. Yeah, they've been struggling, but look at the Nationals beating the Phillies 3-2. That's interesting. But I hope you guys are enjoying the live ticker as well during the games. It keeps up with our MLB season. And looks like Christopher Bell's going to come back in here. Let's watch Christopher Bell go to work. Let's watch Christopher Bell go to work again. As we have pit stops for ones that did not, or maybe take 2 tires that last time. Come on, man, change the tire. Oh, you kind of look at down pit road. That's a pretty cool shot. So they're just taking a look at it right here. Christopher Bell must have hit something. The tires were an issue. They're taking a look at it. Bad day for Christopher Bell so far. He's been struggling a lot. But no full race watch allowed. That's right. We can't watch the full race. We can let you see the in-car cameras, but we cannot show you the actual broadcast. That is not allowed. But the cameras we're watching is off of NASCAR.com. You guys can watch those as well for free. Anybody can watch those, and you have to pay a subscription for the in-car in-car radios. But the in-car camera is available for everybody. Now, Xfinity race, they do about 2 to 3 cameras a race, and the truck race, they don't do any. So we kind of get to see some cameras. It kind of makes it a little more interesting here on the channel. Something new that we brought to the channel this year. First time we've ever done it. Kathleen says, CeeLo, I bought an official Ferrari badge for Rusty Wallace with an actual race ticket signed by Rusty Wallace. Nice. What causes the yellow? I guess a debris on the ground, maybe from Christopher Bell. I'm not too sure, but that is the caution is out. And Logano, Bubba Wallace, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, your top 5. Looks like the Braves are up 5-2 in the 9th. So they're going to sweep the D-backs. Get those brooms out. We'll be bringing some live audio, live Major League Baseball this week as well. So I hope you guys stick around for us with that.
At Martinsville Speedway.
All right, so let's see how it goes.
Getting set for the restart at 118 laps. Joey Logano, Bubba Wallace up on the front row. Hamlin and Larson.
Here we go, green flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys!
Track position, I'm sold. It is king today.
And we are back to green.
Logano mixing it up. Took off early in the zone that time. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Look at Denny Hamlin. Inside of Wallace for second. He has found the front. Been dominant on these short tracks. You got all 4 Hendrick cars behind him. All 4 racing each other for position. How about that for a photo shoot? Rick wants them ahead of them, though. He doesn't want them racing each other for 4th.
4th on back. Joey Logano out front. Today is also a milestone.
Denny Hamlin
captain,
looking
Roger
at
Team Penske,
Joey Logano and Bubba Wallace.
6,000 races across all disciplines worldwide. This is their 6,000th race. Logano trying to make it a memorable one for Roger Penske.
Well, he needs to make sure he keeps that guy happy in that 22 car, because that team has definitely turned the corner the last couple of weeks, and Paul Wolf a big part of that.
New here, did pay cable bill, love it. Go 23-11. Season fingers, welcome in.
Over to Richmond. We talked about how much they struggled, but it's also takes 2 veterans like that to be able to turn something around.
You're welcome,
that
Season
quick.
Fingers.
Looks to me like what they found at that tire test is they don't matter. They put them 2 tires on, stayed in front of this field, chasing that clean air. Track position.
Watch over the Bass Pro Shops camera on board Martin Truex, chasing Josh Berry there for 10th. And just ahead of Tyler Reddick and Kyle Busch side by side. Penalties on that round of pit stops. Josh Williams and
thanks for the subscribes, y'all. Hit that like button as well. We're trying to get to 300 likes tonight. 300.
Have some Chase Briscoe radio. Briscoe currently 8th.
I mean, you guys have seen it. It's going to be impossible to pass pretty much all day. So the crew is going to be on you guys really all day to get track position, because I guarantee if we get the lead, I'm good enough to hold it.
10-4, they're ready.
4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th, all Hendrick. Brawny, don't you love it? Thank you, Season Fingers, for that subscribe.
Out there with Logano just driving off from him again.
TV is $80 a month. We never watch it.
Even Chase Elliott, man, I'm very impressed with Chase Elliott today. They got to go.
I have to figure out. We would want to cancel our Xfinity as well, but I got to figure out how I can keep this and not be interrupted because it's part of our stuff.
Still mired in traffic as a result of that double stop on the previous caution.
I watch Bally Sports for Braves, ESPN Plus for football and basketball, so
first round, they
I got to have some type of cable
to come back in and make the adjustment
to bring this stuff to y'all.
They knew they had to do something to make it better, but he's definitely passed some cars and moving forward. He goes around Brad Keselowski there, who we talked about expecting to run better, and now you see Chris Buescher on the outside.
As long as we're not number one, I'm
These
happy.
cars were both good on all the short tracks last year. They've been okay.
16 away from 11,300, y'all. 716 of us here. Thanks so much.
Heavy traffic right there.
You watch Fox News for comedy.
Zane Smith trying to stay on the lead lap there in that pack. There's 1, 2, 3. Logano, Wallace, Hamlin.
Braves win, y'all. Braves win.
52 laps were in this stage on 2-lap tires for that 22 car.
Yeah, and the other thing that this does, Clint, this
5-2, sweep the D-backs.
The teams to do 2 tires.
Coming up the Mets this week. Thank you for subscribing.
It's going to really mix this field up on the next pit stop.
It takes me back to listen to Cliff Daniels.
Scott Herring as well. Thank you for subscribing.
I don't know what we're going to do. 2 tires. Could be 2 tires. No tires. 4 tires. He wasn't kidding, and he knew that.
Keep hitting that like button. Trying to get 300 likes.
That question's been answered with this 22 car. Paul Wolf making that call.
This is the most laps Joey Logano has led on a non-drafting track since Phoenix in 2022.
Pretty much all single file right here. Nobody really watching. Let's see how close Joey Logano is to lap traffic.
That Ford Mustang up front, their day is looking
good. See
good.
how quick he gets to lap traffic here.
Well, and we expect it. We expect Joey Logano to run good here. We expect Joey Logano to run good at Richmond. Well, we expect him to run good everywhere, and they expect the same thing. And they have definitely struggled until Richmond last week after the first 2 super speedway races.
So Logano in a Ford out front. Bubba Wallace second. Ford Toyota half a second back. Denny Hamlin 1 second off the lead in third for Toyota. And then the 4 Hendrick cars in a row. Larson, Elliott, Bowman, and Byron 4th through 7th. Here's Michael Waltrip.
Thanks, guys. I'm up here on the Hendrick Motorsports suite with over 1,500 of their employees, the beautiful ruby red shirts everywhere. This is Frank Edwards. He was here in 1984 for that magical win back then. It's good to see you, sir. How you been?
Been doing just great. It's been a lot of fun being here today. I told them I've done this for a long time, but this is the first time I ever watched a race at Martinsville as a spectator. I was always involved in it a little bit, but I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the day. And this is
Thank you, Rubber Toe. Thank you. What's up, Samson?
Won the first race right here in '84.
How about that? The same hat. Is that awesome? It's so much fun being up here with the friends and family.
I remember Frank Edwards when he started with Rick Hendrick, who came down from Palmer Springs, Virginia, down to Charlotte to
I get that,
cars,
Season Fingers.
Ended up owning a dealership, which then became more dealerships, drag raced boats, and then found his way to
are they
NASCAR,
beating Iowa, South Carolina? 10 to go to 11,003.
His crew chief, Harry Hyde, said, Rick, the car's ready. The boys want to go. Jeff wants to race. Martinsville's one of his best tracks. Just let us go to Martinsville. Don't shut us down. And Rick said, all right, go to Martinsville. And the rest is history.
That Bodie drag race is in the Heritage Center.
43 to go in stage 2.
There. He took me through that one day. What a neat place that is. What a life. What a story.
Here's a guy we hadn't talked about much on Monster Energy onboard there.
Alex Bowman's paint job is your favorite?
Harrison Burton has been getting bounced around. They're off the bumper of John Hunter Nemechek. Noah Gregson trying to get by.
Man, it's still happening.
Justin Haley.
Harrison Burton, man.
And Kaz Gralla.
That's a pinball. I think he bounced off 4 cars right there.
I was actually watching that, and it wasn't over yet because Corey LaJoie put him 3 wide, and it continued for 2 more laps.
That's hitting for the cycle, but not in a good way.
No, he's definitely got tire marks on every corner.
There's Harrison Burton there. He's struggling.
Kevin, I think, looking out
the window here. What's coming? Coming is lap traffic.
Harrison Burton, 2 laps down, 32nd spot.
That's going to be the deciding factor for me. I'll be sold if he can get up through, maneuver around, and get up through this lap traffic as good as these guys on 4 tires.
And that's
Noah
really where
Gragson,
we saw
he
Bubba
is the
Wallace
last car on the
come
lead lap.
strong at the end of that last stage, was right at the very end. So we're going to see what happens when they catch the back of this field.
You saw Christopher Bell there. His problem was the wheel nut came off, but the wheel lodged itself up there in the right front, so no penalty, just he had to limp his way to pit road and get it replaced. Bell is 3 laps down. 39 to go in stage 2. Joey Logano leading Bubba Wallace by 0.7 of a second as we take you, Fox, side by side.
All right, so there is Harrison Burton. He is. This is Noah Gragson. He is the last car on the lead lap, and he is trying to stay on that lead lap. Hopefully, Joe Logano does not catch him. But looking ahead, that's Hunter Nemechek, and he's trying to catch Michael McDowell right there, trying to be not the last car on the lead lap. But oh, look at that bump he just did. Look at Nemechek and Gragson there bumping. Yeah, look at that. Having some fun out there. And the traffic in the back there, trying to stay on that lead lap for Noah Gragson. But there it is. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us today. On the Go at CeeLo is our channel. And our partner on this channel with 700 here in the channel is Jennifer at Travel Depot. She can get you to go to your next race. You want to go to the Coca-Cola 600? Do you want to go to the championship race in Phoenix this year? Jennifer can get you to go there. If you want to go on a cruise or trip to Disney or just a trip to the beach, Jennifer can do that for you as well. She is our travel advisor. She needs to be your travel advisor. Jennifer can take care of you and make your vacation dreams come true. So make sure you check out Jennifer at Travel Depot. Take a look at her Facebook page and her Instagram. She puts a lot of highlights of all her trips and what she does. She also puts some stuff down there from other people that she has helped out. But make sure you check out Jennifer. And if you're on a budget and you like, Jennifer, I can only afford to go to the beach, but I have this amount of money, she'll plan that trip for you and make it your dreams come true. So make sure you can check out Jennifer at Travel Depot. There's her phone number or email. And tell her to CeeLo sent you, and she'll help you out. So there is Jennifer at Travel Depot. Her name is Jen Han, ATF Media says. CeeLo, is there a red flag redeem? If not, can we make one? Yeah, I can do that. We'll do that next race. Don't you hate when... Okay. ATF, man. I'm going to start reading your stuff before I say it. Did Iowa and South Carolina game already start? I think it starts here pretty soon, I think. Frank, he says Chevy. Here we go, back at it.
Into lap traffic, and these are cars that are a couple of laps down. They're mad, they're frustrated.
I understand that. Bagged them on DirecTV.
Well, so Logano's really going to have to pick his way past.
Oh, at the half. It's at the half. 46-49.
So he definitely does not want to go 2 laps down, Mike. So
Otten, what's up?
It is.
Thank you so much. I understand.
He can actually fight.
Appreciate you popping in here, though.
Yeah, he's going to have to go, too. You don't have the affordability to wait around because you see Bubba Wallace in his rear view already moving around trying to get that point up off the corner, doing something different. He gets stuck behind him 1 second. Bubba's going to be there, pounce on it.
And you see when he caught Austin actually slowed down a little bit to keep his car on the bottom of the corner to even make it harder. So Joey up the racetrack to try to dime in the corner to get a better run off the racetrack, to try to find some position to put himself.
Logano trying to take down Austin Dillon a lap down, another lap down.
Just goes up the racetrack in the center of the corner, and you pull the car back down to the curb on the exit.
Austin Dillon there.
Look how hard it is to pass. I mean, he was way faster than
2 laps down for Austin Dillon already, and he is the next victim on the Joey Logano race.
Fast if you can't get around him.
Well, this is what we've talked about from the pre-race show all the way to this lap. You have to have a car that is versatile and capable to move around in traffic, or it puts you in a position where you become vulnerable.
Kyle Larson's paint is opposite of his primary paint, yes.
And that's what happened to Kyle Larson at the end of the last stage.
Lennon Braves win, yes, Kevin.
Almost passed him for the stage win.
5-2. Homers by Riley, Harris,
Well,
and Olsen, I
see
believe.
Logano. I was listening to Kevin tell me that he was maneuvering around, right? He's moving around trying to arc the corner in, diamond it, and get that straight drive off.
Look at the Cubs up on the Dodgers.
He's pulling on the wheel to cut back to the left.
6-0. I thought they had the team of destiny.
That makes him late to the throttle. Austin Dillon drives back off from him.
Well, now Bubba Wallace is trying to do the same thing to Logano. He's trying to see if he can find something to put himself in a position to get a good run up off the corner to get position on Joey Logano, and that just he stacked everybody up behind him from first to fifth.
Yeah, add Larson to the group now. Look how wide he is on the exit. Look him turn. No, he's going to try to get on around him on the outside. That's a dirt racer. Always searching.
Well, that's one thing that makes Kyle Larson so great. He'll be the first one to try something that you wouldn't think of to try, like up the racetrack at Martinsville in the second groove to go past somebody, but he's going to move that car around until he finds something better.
Well, things are about to change. They're about to come up on David Starr, who is 4 laps down, Christopher Bell, who is 3 down, and Harrison Burton trying to stay 1 lap down. Going to get very crowded here.
Well, you see Joey Logano give Austin Dillon
288, almost the 300. Hit that like button for us.
Right there in the middle of the corner.
Well, especially with a car on your outside. David Starr.
And like we say, Austin wants to do everything he can do to not be too laps down.
I'd have to add it. I don't want to mess it up.
It shows you how hard it is to pass. They caught them very fast.
That's true, but I think when we started,
I've barely got it working good right now.
Kyle Larson get on the inside.
I need to add hockey to it after basketball's over.
Can't quite finish it up off the corner. Now here comes Chase Elliott.
And the rest is to follow. Bowman, Byron, Briscoe, they're all catching.
One more to 11,300.
All the way back basically to 9th or 10th. Somebody's going to start moving each other. What'd you call that? The chrome horn.
Yep.
It's fixing to come out. Show its rear its ugly head.
Well, and everybody knew to start the day exactly what they were
into. I didn't see it. I just looked up and saw they won.
And just how difficult it
Glacius played last night, so probably not him.
Especially in a situation with Logano where his tires aren't as good. Sure, he's run good while he had clean air, but now he's caught the back of the field and stalled out. So
he cannot get past Austin Dillon. I'm watching the in-car camera.
Everybody knows what that is. He put 2 tires.
What place is Stenhouse in?
On Joey Logano, marched that thing to the front. Clean air. He's been in the lead the whole time.
24 spot.
You're gonna have more cars into this stuff.
I always like that, being in the position that Denny Hamlin is in, to be able to say, all right, that's mine, I can hit it.
That's right. He's the co-owner of that 23 car with Michael Jordan.
Let's watch that Denny Hamlin Bubba Wallace fight for position.
Up the racetrack, doing whatever they can do to get out of that stripe of rubber on the racetrack, starting to build up, get slick. It just keeps getting worse and worse. Whatever problem you were fighting, it just keeps compounding worse and worse.
Well, we've
I don't think so, John.
Make so many passes
I don't think they will.
The field to get to this position of battling for second place, and he was able to put himself in a spot to where he could use the bumper a little bit and get Bubba up out of the groove.
He got in front of Bubba.
Bubba's not going to give up on
Denny to second.
I think he likes what he found there.
Chasing down Logano now.
Kyle Larson unable to capitalize there on the inside.
Woohoo! Now he's moved back to the bottom.
11,003. Thank you guys so much.
Denny Hamlin. These guys are frustration sets in.
Keep hitting that like button and subscribe. We're going to 11,350 now.
Corner. That's going to work on Joey Logano too, I believe.
He went completely to the outside. Now he's rolling the bottom.
Well, it's that versatility that we talked about.
16 to go in stage 2.
That lane up.
Moving right
along.
along.
Able to run the curb. So
look at him move up, try to diamond that thing back off. You're not going to be able to diamond it up. You can see how
only one caution so far.
Corners. That's what's prompting and tempting him to try.
Yeah, I saw that, Jared.
You see Logano try to split that rubber to get in the lane of Denny Hamlin, and that kind of disrupts
Sampson,
the run.
I already said he was in
Logano's
23rd.
car is just not as good as Denny Hamlin's through the middle of the corner. It's definitely not as good in traffic. And this is the same thing that he did to Bubba Wallace, but just a little more aggressive than what
Joey.
he did to Bubba.
I like this outside that Denny's found. I think he does too. Watch him try to roll to the outside, do a crossover back up. Watch the drive that he gets, the momentum. You can see Logano starting to slip the tires, having to lift a little bit to pedal that thing. Denny able to keep the throttle down.
13 to go, battle for the lead, and Austin Dillon well out in front of it. It's just these two at turn 3 right now, and Bubba Wallace trying to come back to them.
Well, typical rule
13 to go. Thank you, BW Racing. Appreciate that. BW Racing, thank you.
But you see Denny push him up out of the way.
Trying for 3 in a row with the whole Hendrick Motorsports stable, looking for his 40th anniversary victory for Mr. H.
First stage win in the last
Good luck.
22
Hey, I'm
races.
looking for Larson, man. I picked all 3 of them.
Well, now we're going to
Oh,
see if
Denny.
Denny can finish this pass up off the corner by putting the throttle down on the exit. Joey's got that line taken away on the exit of the corner, but Denny rolls a whole
Denny and
car length
Joey
faster through
fighting for the lead.
center of the corner.
Carlo 2 7-2 signed a mediocre entry-level player for $68 million. I hate the Rockies ownership, Devin says.
Different leader today.
And there's Denny Hamlin, a new leader.
For Logano.
Well, and that's what we just said, Clint. We thought that Denny Hamlin being able to use that outside, he was able to just do
new leader Denny
to put
Hamlin.
Logano in a position
I know y'all are
to
excited.
finish the pass.
I know y'all are excited.
I'm just blown away that there's only
No,
been
a
one
Gibbs
car
driver.
22 on 2-lap tires. I mean, this is definitely going to be.
Thank you, BW,
in
man,
the
for
works
subscribe.
for a lot of these crew chiefs. That is an option that is on the table, and some of them are going to use it.
9 to go in stage 2.
Did he
as
win
you watch
back
our
to
area
back?
Coverage provided by Goodyear, powering every lap, every mile, and every victory on the road ahead. Goodyear, more driven. Back at 7th place, William Byron, Chase Briscoe.
Might be a while, Frank.
Battling for some stage
At least
points here.
Yeah,
at least 3 more years.
Chase Briscoe has made up from those lost spots on the pit
I think
stop,
he's
and
hotter
that's
than
why
he ever
was a little
was
salty on the
right
radio.
now. Hotter than he ever has
Because
been.
It's just so difficult to make those spots up that you lose. So.
8 to go here,
And
stage
here's
2.
Bubba to the inside of Logano.
Been a
for second.
quiet race.
And Logano's going to have to work
Bubba
hard
Wallace.
here, because if he
Logano now. Let's watch
gets
Bubba.
door to door too long with Bubba, you see Larson just lurking in the background right there.
I love this extra monitor.
Pounce on both
It
of them.
helps
They get to
so
bounce
much.
off one another just like that. It might open a door up for get a 2-for-1.
That's such a unique piece of these next gen cars with the body being tough and the right
Bubba
side of
and
the car
Joey.
being the whole car being tough. You can just kind of slide in there and just bump them up out of the way.
You have to hit them a lot harder than you
There
used
is
to. though.
Bubba's second place.
And
He
he's
clears
going pretty hard.
Joey.
You don't even worry
Clear.
about it now. Logano
Keep
is
hitting that
just
subscribe, y'all.
Larson is outside.
300
getting
likes.
fired
Let's go to
out from all
350
angles,
now.
and now you're starting to see the benefit of the 4 tires compared to the 2 tires and track position. As it gets worse for Logano, his car is just going to continue to go backwards.
Yeah, this stage can't end quickly.
Remember,
enough
Logano was on
for
2
Joey.
fresh tires.
Well, now he's back on
He only
the
had
bottom.
2
I think
fresh
that's what he
tires.
needs
That's
to
how
do.
he got up
Unless
front.
he gets moved, which he is getting
Needs a
moved.
pit stop.
Chase Elliott leaned on him pretty hard getting into 3, moved him up the racetrack.
Well, and the bad
What you
part
have to do.
the bad part for Joey, his car, he could kind of manage it while he had track position and run around the curve and slow the pace up. And now that everybody's able to use that outside lane,
I don't
his
think
car
so.
just doesn't drive
I
as
don't
good
know.
up there. as
It's
everybody
NASCAR
else's.
fans,
And
man. They all never
he's
they hold
become
grudges.
vulnerable on the exits because they can
I'm
make
one
a
of
better
them.
run off the corner.
Got to hang on for 3 more laps. Try to gain some stage points here as Alex Bowman tries to take 5th away.
And look, if he loses one more spot, that's going to be where he pitted from. So, I mean, still they aren't going to
Chase
lose a bunch of
Logano,
track
side by
position
side.
compared to where they were, but they led a bunch of laps and probably put themselves in position to know a lot about their car if they had to put 2 tires on again.
Ford looking for its first National Series
2 laps
race
to go for
win
Denny
in
Hamlin.
NASCAR this season after winning all 3 of those championships 1 year ago.
See some pretty heavy contact with the 48 and the 22 right there.
Logano
22.
trying to hold on to a top 5 here.
Chase moving along. 48. 22 just
Denny
keeps
Hamlin.
on going backwards. This is
Looking for
Chase
those
Elliott
green
in
and
4th
white
place.
checkers to end stage number 2.
And Denny
7th
Hamlin.
stage win at Martinsville for Hamlin.
Congratulations
More than
for
any
stage
other
2.
driver. Bubba Wallace second.
We're under caution
Larson Elliott
for the
Logano
second time
Bowman.
today, or third time
Josh
today.
Berry picks up the final stage point.
He was hurt in Orlando.
2 stages, 180 laps completed. Martinsville. Denny Hamlin in front.
We're into stage 3. Denny Hamlin in front. Pit stops coming up here. Let's see what happens here. Denny, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, Alex Bowman, Chase Briscoe, William Byron, Ross Chastain, and Josh Berry Drivers, what number 16 is Williams? Let's see where he's at. He's in 31st with 2 laps down. Josh Williams, 31st with 2 laps down. All right, let's watch Denny pit here. All right, let's keep on hitting that subscribe, y'all. Trying to get to 11,350 subs, and keep hitting that like button to get to 350 likes. What a great day on the channel here with the race being on FS1. A lot more folks in here early, and that helps the channel out greatly. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks you guys for hanging out with us. I hope I'm entertaining. I hope you guys are having a fun time. So thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it, Nicholas Williams. Appreciate it, Nicholas. Jackson says the 1, Chastain. We'll ride along with Chastain here after the restart. Austin Cindric 2, Jackson. And then that 4 car is beautiful. It is. That 4 is a great paint job. That was my pick, my favorite. Rick, NASCAR fan, dropping a sad face or shocked face. Frank says, I'm a Chevy guy, but I've heard a hard time cheering for Kyle Busch. Maybe I'm just old and stuck in my ways. Go racing, go, Dallas says. Richard says, dropping those emojis, like it. What's the South Carolina score? Someone get us up to date with that. I don't have the ticker for the women's basketball. And he's going to win Rookie of the Year as well, Kyle. Carson Hocevar is almost in the top 15. He's at 16th. An outing for Chris Sale today, too. Only 2 runs allowed. Iowa 51, South Carolina 57. Here we go.
3. The Memphis Showboats will battle the Birmingham Stallions, 7 Eastern on Fox. Spring just got stronger.
Well, I know the guy in the booth next to me didn't get any stronger this week.
My boy Bubba running second. Let's go, Reckless.
That's pointed to you, not Mike.
He's had a good run today.
There's your stage points today.
All right, here we go.
Larson, Wallace,
pit
Elliott
stops.
maximizing in both stages.
Such an important pit stop right here. You heard Briscoe say, I can't get it done on that racetrack. I need your help, boys.
Riggin.
And there's been a lot of discussion on Chase Briscoe's radio about what the pit call would be.
I'll do it,
He was
Sydney.
hinting that he wanted to do 2 tires, but it's going to be 4 for him. Just a little bit too tight, but got better as he ran.
Watch the leader pit right here.
22 at Joey Logano led 83 laps there on right side tires only. So, of course, it'll be a 4-tire stop here. You see a chassis adjustment as well. Bubba in the 23 said he has to slow down to keep that car.
Get it, boys.
It got a little too swingy. The 11 at Denny Hamlin pretty happy with it.
A lot of congestion around the turn. Turns 1 and 2.
Uno 1 right there,
Pit
baby.
stalls and the exit of pit road there at turn 2. Denny Hamlin, the leader. Elliott up 2 on the stop, and Ryan Blaney picks up 12 spots from 20th to 8th.
12 spots. Blaney changed 4 tires too. Sarah Reeves, thank you for that subscribe. All right, so I got Ross Chastain I got to show, and then who else? Someone asked for Ross Chastain, and then also Kyle Larson. And where's Daniel Suarez? That 99 Chevy is in 14th. Daniel Suarez, a quiet day with Kyle Busch right there in 13th. So there is that. So we're in stage 3. Rebel X with a no 11. If we didn't have gravity, oh my gosh, ATF. Both my drivers up from let's go 9 and 11. Bringer, what's up? Hopefully Larson pays Bubba a visit into the wall towards the end of the race. Bronny says, never mind. If you guys like to help out the channel in any way, become a member. You can send a super chat as well. That is available where you're part of the YouTube Partners Program, a super sticker. We also have Venmo and Cash App available for you guys as well. So, but thank you guys for watching here today. Let's go 9. Holly, welcome back. One of our newest members yesterday. Welcome back, Holly. Cold Duh Gamer Guy. Thank you for that subscribe. Cold Duh Gamer Guy. Go 12 Blaney, Rebel X says. Rick the NASCAR fan says clown. So Denny, Chase, Bubba, Kyle Larson, Alex Bowman, Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Ross Chastain are your top 10. Hack. Surprise doo-doo bird. No video. No, can't do it, man. Scott Day is the 20 outs. I don't think so. But he's a couple laps down. He's 3 laps down in 36. There's no really car that's out. Last car on the lead lap is Josh Williams. Michael McDowell is the last car on the lead. Is the first car with the lucky dog. What the heck? No, I don't want that.
Like we've really seen all year, especially at the short tracks. And I know that Denny won that last stage. But
smash those free subs, hit that like button, y'all. We're trying to get to 11,350.
Knowing what Hendrick Motorsports
and trying to get to 350 on the likes, 30 to go for that.
On all 4 of those guys, mainly Chase Elliott right now in P2.
Thank you, Jackson. And we'll go to Ross Chastain after the restart.
Thanks, Shannon. I'll look at the Hendrick hospitality there outside of turn number 2, 1,500 employees, former employees, and families. Daniel Suarez too fast exiting, and Ryan Blaney got 2 tires. He got 4 on the last caution, so he just got 2. Picked up 8 spots. 2 tires for Ty Gibbs.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Look at the contact here. Gibbs at the top trying to come out. Boom.
Then watch down here at the bottom. Watch
Ty Gibbs and Kyle Busch getting into each other.
Bowman has to check up here and stacks them all up. That's his 2 spots lost.
Let's go Truex, one of our newest subscribers. Lily, work your way back up.
Daniel Hemrick, the free pass on this, the 3rd caution of the day.
A big win for that Chase Elliott in a 9 car. To be able to put this 40th anniversary win together for Hendrick Motorsports. Man.
Well, and on top of that, just for Chase Elliott in general, we've talked about maybe not doing everything that they wanted to do as far as performance.
Ford needs to wreck.
Have a chance here. That's all you can ask for.
Well, whatever we talk about during the race, you will hear all week long on Race Hub. It's been a busy week on FS1. Expert analysis and opinions, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Drew Blickensderfer guests on Tuesday. Chad Knaus and Eric Almirola, yesterday's winner, here on Wednesday. And Chris Buescher will be on Race Hub Thursday.
Thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Teresa, for subscribing. Teresa, thank you.
Adam looking pretty tough right there.
Man, did he? Looked like a gladiator, didn't he?
He's intense.
Hey, there's a Martinsville hot dog.
He's ordering another set right now.
More or less.
Speaks. Yep. Bring me some more.
Anybody had the hot dogs at the Martinsville Raceway? I've never had.
Jamie?
They're $2. What a steal.
Well, Mike, we were talking about the 22 and staying on those left side tires, about 180 laps.
Wow, I wonder why he was slow.
No wonder why Joey Logano was falling back. Check this out, the wear on the left rear right here. Look at this flap and all the wear on the left front as well. And hung on for him to take 4 tires on that stop. We'll see what he can do now.
Wow. 180 laps on 1 set of left side tires. All right, Hamlin inside, Chase Elliott outside.
So Light's still on the pace car.
Road to tighten the loose wheel. And we're ready for stage 3. It'll be 206 laps to go as we're just shy of halfway.
But he goes inside the box.
Here we go, green flag. Biggity, biggity, biggity. Let's go racing, boys.
Hamlin fires off. And Elliott is right with him, headed for turn 1.
Well, that's the hard part.
It's a little behind.
Going that late in the box. For whatever reason, it just becomes hard to gain an advantage as the leader. So
we'll go to Chase. I'll go to Ross Chastain after this one.
I mean, it takes the advantage away
and Chase.
the longer you wait. Look at this. Chase Elliott to the lead. Cleared him.
Woo!
It also made every person in the grandstand.
We got a new leader.
Let
me see those nines, Billy Bonds.
All right.
Let me see those nines, y'all. Hendrick car in the lead, and he's gone.
Danny's car's not taking off quite as good as he would like to. That tells me she's set up probably low on air, set up for that
Ross Chastain. Someone requested
Still a lot
that
of action
one.
on the outside. Logano even with Bowman. That's for 5th place, and Byron with Briscoe for 7th.
All right, this is Ross Chastain, and he's in 11th right now.
I see Ryan Blaney right there in the 12th.
Let's hold on to
2
it.
tires.
Ollie
Right in the middle of all this
Go
action.
9, Gary. Bobby, Brendile,
with those 2
David.
tires, and if he can keep his track position.
All dropping those 9s.
Right
Holly
before,
B and
while
Billy
we were in break,
Vaughn's
Clint,
dropping those
just how many
9s.
cars he had passed since he had his problems on pit road.
Well, the difference is between him and what I saw in Logano is Logano had the affordability of that clean air, leading out there all by himself. That saved a lot of tire. He was able to manage that. Blaney's not going to have that opportunity, Myron.
Ross Chastain there.
Have his
Whoever asked
elbows
for that
up,
one.
leaning on those tires, whether it's a
Jackson, I think, asked for Ross Chastain.
He's trying to race door to door with cars.
We'll ride along.
Yeah, right.
I don't like the in-car camera shot.
It's not going to be as bad as it is in 50 laps. That's when it'll really show up like it did with Joey Logano, and you just hope that tire doesn't come apart like Joey's did.
There's no hope. I told you, Ronnie.
See him preload.
I told you.
Reach up. Either turn on a fan. It was too quick to grab the brake bias.
So explain.
All right, so there is
you'll see
Ross Chastain. Let's go with the leader. And I got to bring his
pressure pulling back on it, and
thing up on as our new leader.
Gets close to the rev limiter.
Chase Elliott.
The teams have figured out. Just a quicker way to shift. You don't have to let off the throttle.
I was going to say, so what you're saying is he's leaving it wide open. As soon as it barely bumps the rev limiter, that thing falls right into gear.
Here's our leader,
pressure.
Chase Elliott.
How you relieve that pressure is either let out of the gas or, like you're saying, hit that rev limiter, just bump it just ever so slightly, takes that pressure off them gears, goes right back into the next one.
Dawsonville, Georgia.
20% of the laps that Chase
right along with one lap here for
Cup career.
What's up? Who's 9, South Virginia?
3 wide on the outside of those 2 tires.
You know that's Chase Elliott, your boy.
Yeah, the 2
with
tires on that
your favorite crew chief, South Virginia, and a caution.
He's all over the place.
Caution's coming out.
Yellow
what
waves.
now?
Turn 4. Christopher Bell spins around.
Christopher Bell continues a bad night.
Not been a good day for Christopher Bell and company.
Butterfly, what's up?
Hey, as I say that, it's about as lucky as it gets.
Number 9, and I'm in Georgia, Rebel X.
Off the wheel and it stays in there. That was a very lucky situation that they were able to survive.
So Bell stays 2 laps
down.
Want
Hendricks to finish. I want Hendricks to finish 1, 2, 3, 4. You know they want
Does
to.
this put us in any kind of a window? You like it, Larry? We're going to stay out? What we're doing?
It's a bit of a stretch to make it for here. If you could stretch it to 175 laps, and right now we got 197.
So Bell was inside Kaz Gralla when the car broke loose there.
Yeah, it looks like he just spun all on his own. Yep. And who knows the damage that right front tire did and what it did to the balance and dragging everything on the bottom of the car when the tire was flat.
Stay out, right. James Moore says. Stay out, baby.
Yeah, it just spun out.
Trying to stay
Christopher
off
Bell.
the outside.
Bad day for Christopher Bell at Martinsville.
Yeah, and in that dark strip of rubber around the corner, it just becomes slick. And if you get the right rear tire or get it hung in the rubber wrong, it becomes difficult to hold on to the car.
Pit road
That's
is
cool,
open.
Kyle. Saw Chase
No
and
takers up
Dawsonville
front.
after he won.
No, not among the top 10. Truex looking. Is he coming? Yes.
Truex.
And so is Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs, Kyle Busch.
And Brad Keselowski. The rest of the leaders
All
stay
right,
out.
so there is that. Let's see if we can catch up on a Ty Gibbs pit stop here. Let's see if we can get it before he gets out of there. I doubt it. Let's see how he does. Let's see if we can get it there before. Ty Gibbs coming in for a pit stop. Yep, we can watch it right now. Here comes Ty Gibbs' car. There you go, Eric Church. Gone. Gibby now in the top 10. All right. Did Brad come out? He said stay out. He didn't. It's that lovely pit stop crew, true chief for him. James. Cautions will increase. Chase will be okay, David says. Thanks for all the love today. Keep hitting that subscribe button, y'all. Our new goal is 11,350 for you guys that are just coming in. If you haven't subscribed already, we appreciate every single one of y'all hanging out with On the Go at CeeLo today here on our channel. Of course, the race is on Fox Sports 1, so we got a little more fun than we normally do if it's normally on Fox, but thank you guys for tuning in here today. So let's see what happens now. In stage three, I forgot to say, are you picking are you keeping who you want to win? I'm still staying with Larson. Are you picking who you picked to win this race? Are you staying with your decision? Let me see in the chat, yes or no. And if you say no, I want you to pick who you want this time. But if you are, say yes. Larson's a good spot for revenge. Yeah, he is right there with Bubba, right? Let's go to 5. Let's go to Kyle Larson. Someone asked for Kyle Larson, so we'll look at Larson on the restart here. This new monitor keeps this one page up constantly, so I can watch when it's not being shown. Here's Kyle Larson there in 4th place. Bubba Wallace ahead of him. Maybe Brad will get track position. Who knows? So Keselowski, let's see where he's at. Keselowski in 24th spot after a 9-second pit stop. Reddick had look at that 5-second pit stop for Blaney. He took 2 tires that time. Look at that, 5 seconds. You know he took 2 tires.
Yeah! That is the best behaving Harvick I've ever met in my life. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a tailgate king.
A dog went and got a beer from Boyer.
No way. No chance in hell. That is the best Harvick ever. Can you believe it? He minded. Let me try this. Harvick, go get me a beer.
I haven't seen any dogs or horses named Boyer. That's for sure.
Oh, thankfully, green flag.
That is
green flag.
Tailgate king, folks. It was awesome.
Here we go, green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Right behind.
Thank you, Tweety Bird.
Kyle Larson on the outside 2nd row.
To the point, baby. Look at them, folks. They love it.
Then Bowman, Logano, and Briscoe.
See if Larson can spin
the first
Bubba,
of the
right?
cars that pitted is Martin Truex back in 21st with Ty Gibbs.
Thank you, Tweety Bird, for that subscribe. What's up, Curtis Joseph? What's up, buddy?
Well, that restart worked out a lot better for Denny Hamlin.
Your boy Truex
being able to not have to fight Bubba Wallace or anybody else.
Not having a good day.
I
don't see him.
See Joey Logano being really aggressive back there, blocking Chase Briscoe.
But that allowed Byron to get on the outside of Logano. They fight for 6th place.
You can see the pressure ratcheting up on these cars. Briscoe into Logano. Logano's been into a couple cars. Blaney was in the back of them. It's still, you got to be mindful. It's only halfway.
Is Kyle Busch washed? He's just having a bad year, Mario.
And Byron is going to clear Logano.
Yeah, and you look right there on the outside. That's Todd Gilliland in the 30.
That's right.
38 car.
Sure, chases in the lead.
8th spot.
Overcame that penalty for leaving the pits with the wedge wrench in the back window. Nice comeback.
Beautiful day in Kentucky. Marlboro, Mountain Dew, Braves, and NASCAR. Life is good, Frank. We'll get back to some Braves here very soon, sir.
Well, we have some radio.
We're going to get college basketball championship tomorrow.
On pit road.
And then Tuesday, I got a hockey game to go to. So we'll be back Wednesday night for some Braves baseball.
There can't be any good news, so enlighten me.
Well, the good news for me is we got you driving, so I'm excited about that. Our pace ain't too bad. We'll adjust accordingly here, rest of the race, and try to help you at some point.
And they did. You know, they've got him up in the top 10.
Well, what was the bad news? Thought it was all pretty good, but
I would say
great job today. See you next Sunday. Scott Day, don't have him in. I'm out. All right, Scott. See you, buddy.
After
Peace.
having to make that extra pit stop. Jamie?
All right, I'll be right back. And we'll go get something to drink. Right back.
Told us in practice and qualifying yesterday that they felt like their setups had gotten stale over the last couple of years here. So they had a different approach this time around. And he said, so far, so good in this race. The car's doing what he wants it to. Just a little bit tight to start this run. And Mike, so far today now, he's led more laps today than he has all season.
23 so far, Jamie. And pulling away more than a second over Denny Hamlin, one of, if not the largest leads of the day.
Well, what those comments tell me is, you know, they felt like they didn't keep up with the evolution of the way that things change. And a lot of times when you go to a racetrack, you think you need to stay exactly the way that you are. And that's not how this garage works. It evolves on a weekly basis. Everybody continues to get better. There's way too many smart minds and people. And if you just sit around and do the same things that you've been doing, before you know it, you're way behind.
Watching these two for a while, Josh Berry and Stenhouse. Berry, car just hasn't, he's lost some track position. You noted that earlier, Kevin. It just hasn't been able to overcome that.
We're told they had a slow pit stop on the 4 that time, which is what put Josh Berry back here battling for 18.
That wasn't the first time either. He lost a couple of positions before that. Still slipping, sliding around, bouncing off of one another.
So
let's see what Brad Keselowski's doing. We'll ride along with him, James Moore. We haven't shown him all today.
Cam on board a Busher.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, let's see that.
Watch that throttle pedal.
Yeah, you heard him get loose up off the corner, but you'll
Brad
notice
Keselowski, he is in 25th spot, right in front of Kyle Busch.
There it is. You heard the shift too. Did you hear? So on the backstretch, he actually lifted a little bit, burped that throttle to put it in gear. That time, he left it wide open.
No, so what happens with this strategy in there, Clint, when you get up off the corner and the car starts to spin the back tires, if it gets into that rev limiter, the car actually shut off.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. have a car in the race. No, he does not.
When you're in the middle of the straightaway and the gear shift
Thank you, Rob.
you don't
Rob, thanks for that.
But that's
Subscribe.
the only disadvantage to a package like this is if it spins the wheels and gets up into that rev limiter, it'll actually shut the car off for a brief moment.
Well, he definitely used the throttle to shift once, and then that on the front straightaway left it wide open.
10 more to 350.
I tell you could hear how much faster that
and we're 29 away from 350, 11,350 on the subs.
It just takes less time to do everything and makes you run faster.
And if I'm hearing this right, you're picking up that this is something that's evolved this year. This isn't something you did last year with your car, right? Or did you?
I did.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, these all three of these manufacturers have some sort of shift strategy, and you see the Ford strategy right there, but you see how smooth it is with everything that they have going on and the way that they can make that car fall into
with
gear.
the new car.
You could hear it. You didn't even have to
He's
see
struggling with the new car. Can't figure it out.
That shift was in the one prior.
Into the final stage of the race, and Chase Elliott leading Denny Hamlin by 2, Bubba Wallace by 2.5, and Kyle Larson by 5.
All right, Chase Elliott still the leader here. 174 laps to go in this Cookout 400. Thank you guys so much for making this stream amazing. Thank you guys so much. So make sure you keep on hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel. It's free, man. And have a good day. And look forward to next week back in Texas next Sunday right here on the channel for Texas Motor Speedway. We'll start it with Friday night on the truck, Saturday morning with qualifying and practice, and then Saturday afternoon, right after that, is going to be the Xfinity race, and then, if I can fit it in, the Braves at 2:30 or 3 o'clock. I might be joining the Braves mid-game, but hope everybody's ready for some fun, and it's going to be a busy next Saturday here on the channel, so... First time here, nice meeting you. Thank you, Buddy Moles. Buddy Moles, thank you for being here. Your World said it was a big party with a little racing. Now it's all about sponsors. Thank you, Joe Williams, for that subscribe. Appreciate Joe Williams. Thank you so much. As we're moving along here in the third stage, stage 3. Next week, we're going to be bringing you all races in April, with it being on FS1. The next 4 races are on FS1, so we'll be bringing you every race in the month of April. My hometown, Jamie says. Keep hitting that subscribe. Go Elliott, Denise. 356 on the likes. We're going to 400. 400 on the likes here very soon. Who is it? Rebel X? I didn't think he had a cup car. Well, Kelly, you don't have to worry about that because you got us. You're welcome. As we are moving right along here. All right, coming back to the auto here as we are in stage 3, y'all. You're welcome, Kelly. Stage 3, Chase Elliott continues to lead 2.5, almost 2.5 seconds.
4 of 400 laps in the books. 2.2 second lead for Chase Elliott. Time for our
Middle of Texas here, Lloyd. Thanks, man.
Ones to watch. All right, Clint, who you got your eye on?
I'm going with the obvious. I know, Kevin. I'm going to take the.
All right, James, he's struggling, dude. Broken dagger.
Clear back to Talladega 22, but since he's won, somebody's going to have that 40th anniversary. Rick Hendrick might as well be Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott hadn't won since Talladega in 22.
Late run, and as good as Bubba Wallace has been on the late run, I'm going to take Bubba Wallace. He's a 2-time Truck Series winner here, and I think he's going to get it done.
Well, Denny Hamlin is a 5-time winner here. He's won the last 2
23rd
short track races. Controversy and checkered flags follow Denny Hamlin. Keep an eye on the number 11. That's your Credit One Bank ones to watch. How's the hot dog?
Who are your ones to watch, y'all? Who are your ones to watch?
What is that bubbling sensation? I hear bubbling.
That's my personality.
Perfect.
Best joke you've had in a while.
Yeah, Chris Myers has been giving me some insight on good jokes.
Don't take anything from him. That's the worst dad jokes.
Come on, Bubba, Lloyd says.
All right, Chase Elliott about to get into some traffic here. Christopher Bell is now 2 laps down in the number 20. And then just ahead, Harrison Burton trying to stay 1 lap down.
Let's go to Christopher Bell. He's got a pretty cool camera. Watching Chase Elliott track him down.
Look at that. All the way up out of the rubber. All the way back down on the exit of the corner. Look at that, Clint. If he can continue to do that, that's going to continue to give him
Chase
a lot
Elliott
of
trying to get Christopher Bell.
It takes back to that last stage, and at the ending.
Another lap down. He's 3 laps right now, second to last.
The tough pass is going to be that Josh Williams in the 16 running a part-time schedule. He is the last car on the
leader
lead
is hunting
lap,
him down.
trying to stay there.
That's a great run by him.
Oh, Ellie. That
As
didn't
we've
last
seen all
long.
day, when the leader has caught the back of the pack, that's really what's bunched things up and allowed the second, third, and fourth place car to catch up and fill that gap pretty quick.
That didn't last long.
Tyler Reddick has made his way up into the top 10. Regan?
Mike, that's right. He's been steadily progressing his way forward all day after starting 19th, trying to get only his second top 10 in 9 starts at Martinsville. That car, Billy Scott told me, is identical to his teammate Bubba Wallace. Because they struggled in practice, it worked out really good for them to know that they could lean on those notes as to what Bubba had going, as he was a little bit better in qualifying. Right
You
now,
got 20 on him, Jason, for Larson. Hope he wrecks Hamlin. Ha-ha.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about traffic right now. He's got a huge gap in front of him, so this should be a time.
How is the tire wear so far? Well, pretty good. I mean, Logano, when he came out after he took 2 tires,
hanging in there
he looked pretty bad, but
they are.
Blaney took 2 tires as well.
I'm sold. You get down to the closing laps of this race and an untimely caution comes out, I'm staying out, 2 tires, something. I want clean air, track position. You can see these guys in the struggle they have. Just getting 1 position pass takes 15, 20, 30 laps to get it done.
Spike the like. That's right. Let's see where we're at.
Daniel Suarez,
363. Let's go to 400.
17th place
and we're 18 away from 11,350.
Back at lap 180.
On the subscribes.
Chase Elliott leading for Rick Hendrick in their 40th anniversary race, with Larson 4th, Byron 5th, and Bowman 6th. Let's check back in with Michael Waltrip.
Well, guys, the celebration continues. I'm with Chad Capps, who's a machinist at the shop and has been at Hendrick's for 18 years. How cool is this event today?
This is very awesome. Thank you, Mr. H.
Everybody's saying a big thank you to Mr. H. I know Mr. H is a family man, and this is your wife. I'm glad y'all came out to the races. Are you enjoying the experience?
Yes, it's really awesome.
Awesome. It's fun back here, guys. I'm glad we're able to wander around and say hello to these folks.
Woo!
Thanks, Michael.
So Rick Hendrick has invited a bunch of people to the race.
Replacement surgery was scheduled to drive the pace car today.
Here is Suarez's car, and he's trying to stay a lap,
Chris Myers,
another lap down from Chase Elliott, who's chasing him now.
So we see Jeff Gordon from broadcasting, and now he's got his business owner starter vest thing. You walk
starter vest.
How much longer do you want to do this?
Until it's no fun anymore. My mind is like it was when I was 18 and 20 years old. Legacy at Hendrick Motorsports is not me. It's the people that won the races and they're there every day, and I want that to go on long after I'm gone.
It's the people. Absolutely.
You're only as good as the people that you have around you, and Rick Hendrick is one of the best at putting people in the right places. Jeff Gordon, a big part of everything that goes on. But
Chris Buescher right here.
Clint, he also likes to win.
Oh, yeah. But I will
RFK
say
racing
about people.
in 20th.
People need a leader to follow.
And 26th.
There's no better leader than a guy like
Chris
that.
Buescher there in
mindset,
20th.
The work ethic, the drive, the determination, the will to win. He wins in everything, whether it's in this
Mr.
racetrack
H is awesome.
or on Monday selling cars. That means he's winning.
Well, this is what we
Controversy
talked about,
and checkered flags follow Hamlin. That was funny.
We've seen this before. Denny Hamlin just becomes more able to maneuver his car in traffic. We saw it the last run with a different leader, with Joey Logano.
All right, let's go back to Denny Hamlin, see if he can get Chase again. He's battling Chase.
About to get passed again by Denny Hamlin, who can maneuver his car better in traffic.
And now he's using him as a pick. That 16 car, Josh Williams, as you talked about. Chase Elliott still holding tough on that outside. Whoa, Bubba Wallace slid.
Locked up.
Whoa. Yes, sir. You saw that left front lock up.
So Hamlin may get the lead here, and Kyle Larson may get third from Bubba Wallace. Side by side, 2 by 2.
All right, let's see what happens here.
Seen this so many times over
History
the years. I've experienced
between these guys.
Denny Hamlin. Nobody manages tires better than Denny Hamlin.
We're in Chase's cam.
He manages those tires, keeps that car, the balance on that thing neutral with his driving style, doesn't abuse the brakes, always there on a long run.
Well,
Here he is again.
I think the one thing that is missing from that conversation as well, Clint, is he knows what he wants in the race car in practice. And Martinsville is a racetrack
this is
every
Denny's
race
ham.
is a building block for the next one, and that's the race is really the best notes that you have in order to lead to the next event, because we heard him talk earlier.
Side by side still, Denny on the inside, Chase on the outside.
Until you get into this race and know what you can do in traffic and how the rubber builds up, you don't know how your car is going to
battle for the lead
Chase
here.
Elliott's doing a great job. He's going to have to take that exit away from him. Can't quite get cleared again. There's traffic coming ahead. He's going to get. Denny's trying to stay on that bottom and get into that traffic. You see Nemechek ahead of them. Use him as a pick just like he did the last.
And ahead of Nemechek, there are 4 cars.
Great racing, though, side by side here.
As they battle side by side for the lead with 143 laps to go in Martinsville. Hamlin's last win here was in March 2015, the same day that Chase Elliott ran his first NASCAR Cup race.
Wow. How about that for a stat?
At least the racing clean here.
Time. Got him clear.
Got him that time.
So Hamlin cements the lead for now over Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, and William Byron, the front.
All right, so Denny Hamlin, the new leader, as we always do, we bring up the leader on the screen. If you like Denny Hamlin, his redeem is Redeem Go Denny. Redeem Go Denny. And we have 866 of us here watching. Kelly says, don't wreck him. Oh, boy, would that be something if he wrecked Chase? Golly, the hatred would even be more. But Denny Hamlin back out front. Chase Elliott, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson in 4th. And then William Byron and then Alex Bowman. So all of the Hendrick cars are in the top 10. And we'll see what happens. But Denny is in the lead right here. And we'll go back to Kyle Larson. Jamie was asking for Kyle Larson. So we'll show Kyle Larson again. Richard says, clean racing is no fun to watch. Just kidding. You guys know if Denny would have put Chase in the wall, this chat would be going nuts. It's all good, Green. I see you. I see you, Green. All right, here's Kyle Larson running in 4th spot. He's got Bubba at his sights. Bubba messed up right there. Almost gave up the spot. Billy Vaughn says, I think Rick Hendricks is a good guy. Just listen to the other owners about how much Rick has helped them. Oh, yeah, for sure. South Virginia says, Denny still has plenty of time. Oh, he ain't going to kill my boy, Brennan says. Don't get too hate on Hamlin. He won't ever be another Earnhardt Sr. Hey, no, I would never say that. No way. As we always do, we always are on the 3 here on the channel. It has been a good race, Butterfly. Just kind of boring, though. Just like single file. A couple lead changes. Let's take a look at the lead changes real quick. Denny with 33 laps led. The 9 with 63. Larson with 87 laps led. And then Logano, 83 laps led. He got out there by changing 2 tires. And then when those tires were out, that was it.
Everybody was mad that you were leaving, and I didn't take a liking to the 3 spin in the outs.
I just held on as long as I felt like I could right there without getting beat up by the whole team. To keep him from making their pit stops, see him take off right there. He was about to get lapped. And that was my whole goal, was to make sure he didn't win. So I was just going to hold him in his pit stall as long as I could.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Thursday is a different episode from Tuesday. Who's guesting this week?
We've got old Yankees manager Joe Girardi on our show this week, so it'll be fun to talk about the start of baseball season, and he had a lot of great insight for me as I was going towards the end of my career on when the right time was.
Rebel X says Dale Jr. was my friend.
Huge hammer that you about got hit with.
I did?
Yes.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
That's the big hammer.
29 likes to go to 400, y'all.
Mark, Kevin.
It probably
And we're trying to get to 11,350 on the
worse with the wear there.
subscribes.
Yeah, and that was his pit stall, so I was just trying to sit there long enough to where they couldn't make a pit stop and make sure that they didn't win the race. But those are the emotions that come out. Not anything that you're proud of, but happens.
But you made your point.
Yeah, I guess.
I miss those days with you.
You liked when I made a fool out of myself?
No, I don't think so. I just think, there's people that get mad, then there's Kevin Harvick. It was awesome. Legendary.
Well, I haven't seen anybody madder in a long, long time than last Sunday, Martin Truex. But a week later, the page has turned. We're at a different racetrack.
Did I miss a super chat?
And Truex.
If I miss a super chat, I'm so sorry about that. Let me see here. Rena,
he's in 22nd.
Where you at? Super chat.
Larson, William Byron.
We've seen these
my email, maybe.
before.
I did not see that. I do apologize if you did send one, Rena.
Last week at the end of the race with Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson, and they're getting
Never
back
saw it
after
pop
again
up.
as they're trying to get around Nemechek. Well, see just how tough it is to get around even a lap car.
You see, Larson.
But if you sent $2, thank you so much for the super chat.
Appreciate the fact that he's just sitting in there racing in the middle of himself and Bubba. That battle goes back to Las Vegas several years ago.
I don't see it.
It's been a battle for sure. And honestly, those cars, I thought Larson was a little bit better than Wallace. I'm super impressed with the job that Bubba Wallace has done today. He's been fast.
Yeah, if they take 2 tires in a lane caution, you'll see a lot of them take 2 tires.
All day long.
I still think Bubba has one of the best really long run cars. As we go deeper into this run, this is about the time that we saw Kyle Larson start to fall off earlier. When Bubba Wallace almost passed him for the first stage win.
And I think that very same thing's going to happen with this 9-car Chase Elliott. But I do not think that Hamlin car is going to fall off. I think that car will stay steady Eddie and going to be
almost a second and a half for Danny right here.
Something
with 125 to go.
Out of the ordinary for that 11 car. Do not think.
What happened to Kyle Busch? He had some issues with pitting again on pit road.
He needs
to had some contact as well.
Possible because it gives him more options from a strategy.
Not a good day again for Kyle Busch.
So Denny Hamlin's going to keep charging hard and try to make sure he puts as many a lap down as possible and get as big a gap between him and second place as possible.
That sucks, Brandon. I'm upset about it.
Inside of 125 laps to go at Martinsville. How about an FS1 Sunday afternoon? Crank it up for all you hot dogs.
Let's crank it up, y'all.
outside. Still out there, quarter, bumper, clear.
Copy.
$120 laps to go at Martinsville Speedway. At least one round of pit stops on the way.
All right. Hope you guys enjoyed Crank It Up. Hope you guys cranked it up at your house or wherever you may be. But thanks for watching today on the Go at CeeLo. And next Friday, we'll release our paint scheme and weekend preview for Texas Motor Speedway. So make sure you're looking for every Friday. I release a weekend preview and weekend paint scheme and race preview on Fridays. So make sure you're looking for those. We usually do it in the morning time. So, and I like to always see your comments in the chat or the comments in the comment section after you watch the vlog. So make sure you're looking for that. We try to do that every week. And then next Friday night, we're going to be doing the trucks right here on the channel next Friday night. And then we'll be bringing you Saturday morning practice and qualifying from the Texas Motor Speedway for the NASCAR Cup Series. And then the Xfinity race about an hour after that. And then Sunday, we'll be bringing you the live coverage of the Texas Motor Speedway. I'm not sure what that is. I'll have to look it up. But thank you guys so much. Lloyd, Tennessee. I'm in Tennessee. Are you getting the clips? We got about 85% of what we're going to be. John Spice, thanks for that subscribe. Iowa lost. Oh, yeah, they did. So, Caitlin Clark is done, huh? Congratulations, South Carolina, 38-0. And just think, the Tennessee Volunteer Lady Girls almost came this close to beating them on a silly 3-point shot. I'll be doing a vlog tomorrow on that as well, the eclipse, so that should be interesting. Look for another video as well to be put together for that tomorrow for the eclipse. Caitlin Clark would be awesome if she was Bill Lambier. Thanks again. Gotta get to work. See you later in the week. Awesome, Gus. Thank you, sir. Have a good day at work. So Caitlin Clark's season has come to an end. Her career has come to an end. But South Carolina, another championship. Oh, let's get that pause right here. Talk. Those music lead-ins are going to get me.
As we welcome you back to the Cookout 400 on FS1, Denny Hamlin in front of Chase Elliott by 1.7 seconds. Here's our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Powering every mile and every moment on NASCAR's road to victory. Goodyear, more driven.
Oh, we're asking about Kyle Busch. Let's go watch Kyle here.
Yeah, Mike, whether you pitted at 185 or 205, the last two cautions, you can probably run another 60, 70 laps on fuel. But I'm seeing over a second fall off right now. Going back and watching this race a year ago, which had a long green run in the final stage, if you split this stage, even adding in that last caution, I'm saying once we get north of about lap 300, we may see them start peeling off. But Mike,
look who's behind Busch.
If you do pit on the green, you hope that everybody else pits on the green because you'll be trapped 1 to 2 laps down if that caution comes out.
Long commercial for this.
Thanks, Larry. You saw Chris Gabehart here. Let's talk a little basketball. Hamlin's crew chief and Blaney's crew chief, Jonathan Hassler, both went to Purdue, where they were classmates.
Right along with Kyle Busch.
Was a crewman on Gabehart's late model that
24th spot.
In college. Over on the women's side, look what happened today.
Caitlin Clark comes to an end, unfortunately.
Well, Dawn Staley's squad, 87. Iowa, the runner-up for the second straight year.
Man, hats off to South Carolina.
Let's go 48.
Man, I loved what I got to watch out of Caitlin Clark. I've never really watched women's basketball before until this year, obviously because of her, obviously because of all the buzz, but it was legit. I almost felt bad for the men's basketball. She put on a better show than they did.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you have time to watch basketball.
Now Purdue takes on UConn tomorrow night for the men's championship.
We'll be bringing that live too, y'all. UConn versus Purdue right here on the channel tomorrow, live.
When I went to college, there were more cows than students in stores. All that's changed. Let's check with Jamie.
Yes, and hats off to Purdue going to the championship tomorrow night. I'm looking at Bubba Wallace right now. He's settled back in third. That's pretty much where he's been all race long. But the last pit stop, he came in
Chase
and
is
lost
catching
2
Denny.
positions. Now take
Let's
a
go,
look at his
400
likes.
likes.
Right.
Yes.
It's actually on the
almost there. 13 to go, y'all. Help us get to 400 likes.
Second choice, and I asked him,
and we're 10 away from our goal of 11,350.
It actually helps Bubba on
no
exit.
hot dogs yet.
The downside is it's tougher on the crews, and we saw it there when they lost those 2 spots.
Oh. Well, now let's talk Denny Hamlin and pit stops, because in the 6 races here, since the last of his 5 Martinsville wins, Hamlin has had 8 speeding penalties at this track. He likes to run it right up to the edge.
Well, you have to run it right up to the edge here.
Right along with Chase Elliott.
Here comes William Byron, first one to come to pit road.
It won't be long. You're going to see the rest of them coming.
Yeah, this will definitely put everybody in a box to have to make some decisions.
So the cycle starts a little early.
9's coming. Bubba's coming. Here comes a 5. Second,
Jamie.
3rd, and 4th.
Well,
Denny's still staying out.
Right? One comes, they're all coming. So William Byron, the first to peel off into his pit box, said they're going to leave the balance alone. Pretty happy with it as they put 4 tires on there. His teammate, Chase Elliott, led a good portion of this race, making his way on down pit road. Bubba Wallace from the 3rd spot. We just talked about his last pit stop.
Here comes Denny.
This works out for his crew as the 9 goes to work. No adjustments there for Chase Elliott. 4 tire stop. Denny Hamlin as well peels off as he makes his way down. There's Bubba Wallace's crew.
Denny had a 5-second lead.
This is the downside for the crew. Have to work a little bit harder. But that upside, that's straight away. He has that opening right there so he can hammer down when he needs to. As you see, Kyle Larson came in. 4 tires for him. Pretty good on his balance. Just stopped
Denny Hamlin, the leader, now coming in.
Denny Hamlin comes to a halt in his stall. 4 tires and fuel. Alex Bowman, Josh Berry finishing up. Kyle Busch is in. Here's Joey Logano, Todd Gilliland, and more.
Pit stop shenanigans, that's right.
You see Denny exiting. Here they come around here. I think the 9 might get him, Kevin.
Yeah, and coming out of the pits right there, it's really hard to get the front tires to turn. So,
it's going to be a close one.
He's got his car wound up.
Denny Hamlin stayed out on the track too long. He's clear. Is he going to move down? He's going to give it to him.
Come on, Denny.
Currently, it's for 11th place. Chase Briscoe, the leader.
As long as that caution doesn't come out, that is the race for the lead right there.
It will.
There it is. Chase Elliott. He'll be the leader next time around.
Stayed out too long, 11.
Elliott was 1.1 seconds back when he pitted.
Look at the difference that it made for William Byron. He was the first one to pull the trigger, got on pit road.
Yeah, and we're talking 1 lap, and the big difference in that lap time is over a second, like Larry said, and that put Denny Hamlin behind Chase Elliott there, which will be the race for the lead once this cycles around. But I think the other thing here, we have
James Moore praying for a caution.
20 laps, fresher tires, and there's some other guys that
at least finishing the top 5. Truex
run this thing longer.
Chase Elliott is going to have to do a better job getting through traffic. Put the bumper to him. Do whatever it takes. Do not get held up behind them. Denny Hamlin is on his bumper and will pounce just like he did last time. I think Denny Hamlin, that's exactly what I was talking about. Move him out of the way. Here comes his teammate, William Byron's going to use.
All right, we're back here to look at it again.
Pick for Hamlin. This is big.
Well, he's got to be careful doing that, because if he gets a caution, it puts him in a bad spot. They're still
comes another Hendrick car trying to get to the inside of Denny Hamlin. He cannot be mired behind all these cars. He might be able to get 1 or 2 of them, but I don't think he can get all of them.
So again, they're racing for 11th on back. The first 10 drivers on the scoring
Get out of the way, Spinhouse.
Made their green flag stop.
This could put Hendrick 1, 2, 3 when it all cycles out. Now, obviously,
that's what they want.
Happen. Still several cars that get
out of the way, Spinhouse.
All right, here's some Denny Hamlin audio.
2 seconds slow on pit road because I'm so bad. I mean, it was awful.
So Denny Hamlin's pit stop. Let's take a look at it.
And the next week,
10.978. Look at Chase, 9.943. There's the difference right there, y'all.
Too much because that's what won in the race.
And Byron 10.37. So
the difference.
Denny Hamlin's pit stop.
1 second on the lap time, 1 second on the pit stop. That's 2
seconds difference.
Side by side.
All right, Briscoe comes to pit road and gives up the lead to Austin Cindric. Briscoe, one of the fastest crews on their average.
Bubba did a 10.8. It's a little faster than Denny.
Fastest William Byron. Hits cars come to life for the 24.
See what happens here.
That's what we talked about at the beginning of this race. This racetrack goes through an evolution of changes as it puts rubber on the racetrack, as the shadows start to come over the
He's going to be coming in for a pit stop.
Starts to change as you run this and progress through the race, and especially as you run these long green flag runs, and that rubber really builds up in the corners.
How many times have we seen that 24 find the front at Martinsville?
So Chase Briscoe gets back on track, but because
Cindric's
he
the leader right here.
so many laps after the Hendrick cars, he's now a little more than half a lap behind.
Well, you saw it, and Kevin noted it. I mean, 1 lap difference between these cars.
Cindric's the leader.
For William Byron to catch
Any 2 fans out there? Any Penske fans?
The leader, Denny Hamlin.
Josh
Cindric is the leader.
Pass through because of an uncontrolled tire on his pit stop.
Yeah, they've had a miserable day on pit road.
Byron and Chase are battling,
He's going to
y'all.
move him up the track a little bit more and take this position away. William Byron. Still several cars to pit. McDowell, Keselowski, Gralla, Gibbs, Gregson,
Hendrick,
Truex.
Suarez.
8 of them out there.
Yep.
And Hendrick getting a little patient with Austin Dillon there.
It's a little shot in the arm for this race. This was a huge momentum change. Certainly a big shift for the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. And then that's Byron. I mean, them pitting early,
yes,
got him that track position. That was a great heads-up call.
Byron was 2.5 seconds
when he all perks back down, it's going to be Byron, Chase, Larson, Denny, Bubba, Bowman.
Able to drive up ahead of his teammates, and currently in 8th place.
Well, that's one thing, winning a race puts you in a position to take
this
chances
is
and do things
racing.
like
Sorry,
that.
Richard
And
says.
Here at Martinsville, coming to pit road early is a big
416 on the likes. Let's go to 450. 450 on the likes. Help us hit that like button. And we're 5 away from 11,350. And here comes Hendrick, the leader,
and gives up
into
the lead
pit.
to Daniel Suarez. Brad Keselowski is
Suarez is going to be the new leader.
So that will leave just 4 cars in the top half dozen that have not been to pit road. Suarez, Truex, Gibbs, and Gralla.
They're going to need a caution soon, very soon.
Suarez is out. Suarez now the new
Suarez
leader.
and Truex, car length apart. This is for the lead.
Truex.
The inside. Trying to get a lap back here. One of the 3 that he is down in the 71.
Yeah, and the tough part, like we've talked some of the other weeks, for a car like Martin Truex Jr. is having to get out of the way for the lap cars and running that
There's
outside lane
Truex
and not
now in the
not
lead.
being part of the
Second
racetrack
place,
that you have to be
Suarez
in to make the
still hasn't
lap
pit.
time that you need with the old tires. So it just gets the problem kind of gets compounded as you run long.
Ty Gibbs has made a stop. And now Michael McDowell peels off and heads for pit road. We're going to take you Fox side by side, but don't worry. If they make pit stops, you won't miss it.
All right, Truex still has not pit. Staying out, hoping for a caution. And then there's William Byron, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman, Kaz Gralla hasn't pit yet either. Al's in this race car in Virginia. Suarez still the leader. Then Truex. Next week, Texas Motor Speedway. Keep hitting that like button, y'all. And subscribing. 423 on the likes. So let's go to 450. Keep hitting that subscribe. Keep on hitting those members. If you'd like to become a member, 99 cents gets you access to all the emojis that we have for you today. Pretty much, we have over 17 drivers that you can root for and put their emojis, their number, in the chats. We've got a good amount of them. Great racing, Jamie says. Yeah, it's fun. But Truex, just waiting here. Looking for a caution, I would think. Brendal says he's stressed. Dang, he's Kyle. Always had issues. Oh, well, like they say, that's racing. That's right, Richard. Just had a bad year so far. And people have said that Kyle is struggling in the car as well.
Sounds like it's stand the pressure. I dropped on the bench on the smoke trail. So hold on tight and strap yourself in.
Thank you, Wade. Wade, thanks for that subscribe. I'm so go Chase today. Awesome, Caden. Billy Vaughn's dropping that 24, the 9, and the 5. So Truex, Byron closely getting there to the lead with fresh tires.
And Martin Truex have stayed on the racetrack. Suarez is the leader, but William Byron, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson have now passed Truex, bumping him back to 5th spot. Larry, those two, Suarez and Truex, how long can they run?
Yeah, they can go till about 20 to 30 to go on fuel, so they still can go another probably 40 to 50 laps. And honestly, I think they're past the point of no return. They're committed now.
Yeah, you're landing the Betty May. Man, I tell you what, Kyle Busch is giving William Byron fits trying to stay on that lead lap. And there, William Byron is passing Suarez for the lead.
So Byron, the first to pit in this green flag cycle, passes Daniel Suarez, one of the last 2 drivers on the racetrack who have not pitted. And that completes the cycle.
Still 74 to go. Got to save those tires, save the temperature in them. You can do that with the brakes. Needs to get out from this lap traffic. He wants that clean air so he can go back to managing his program.
Kyle Busch in the 8th, last car on the lead lap in 21st place.
They said the same about Truex 2 years ago.
Hard to manage anything when you're in that traffic that hard, aren't you, Kevin?
Well, you have to. Let's look at the cycle here, and William Byron being able to pit first, put him from 5th to 1st.
Byron got a chance
from 3rd to 7th.
I think he was the biggest loser in all of that.
I would agree.
I mean, obviously, Denny Hamlin lost it from 1st to 5th, but that car he owns, Bubba Wallace, was certainly didn't fare well on that pit stop. 1, 2, 3. The Hendrick cars, they're the ones that won that pit stop big time. And I think Rudy Fugle, he leads the charge in that. Great heads-up call by being the first one on pit road and put his driver in a catbird seat.
Great interview of Rick Hendrick by Chris Myers in the pre-race, talking about Martinsville Speedway, where they got their first win in '84 with Jeff Bodine. The 100th win for Hendrick came at
3
Michigan,
Hendrick cars.
Jimmy Johnson at Darlington for win number 200, and William Byron at Texas.
Thank you guys so much for getting us there to 11,350. Appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys.
Team in history, Hendrick Motorsports.
What a day on the channel.
Celebrating 40 years, their Ruby anniversary.
No. Anybody like Golden Flake?
Their 28 wins here, more than any other team at any track in NASCAR.
Golden Flake. I love their mesquite as well.
But we see William Byron still struggling to get by Kyle Busch, and Kyle's doing everything he can do to
cleanest Martinsville race I've ever seen. Yeah, Lily.
Gets in and lets William Byron get by.
68
see him still
to go.
You might as well save your energy with that blue flag at this place, as hard as it is to pass.
They were telling Kyle to get out of the way.
He knows. He's trying to stay. Now it's not only he's in the lead lucky dog spot, so he has to work hard to stay there. As he puts a car down, he's got to go with him, fill that hole.
Daniel Hemrick going 1 lap down. That'll leave 18 cars on the lead lap as Jeff Gordon looks on. Larry?
Yeah, we got a little race trend for Martinsville. The 4 races with the Gen 7
you were
car,
at Buc-ee's? Nice.
2023, and we are there.
Did you get you a sandwich?
Now. The average of the last caution, lap 333, 67 laps to go. We did have an overtime finish 2 years ago. Remember this?
CeeLo, I'm Avatar. Dang, awesome. Welcome in.
Richmond.
Thanks, Larry. That advantage that William Byron got by pitting first and using those fresh tires to get him the lead now.
64 to go here in stage 3.
Over his teammate Chase Elliott. Jamie?
Richard Childress Racing struggling bad.
Rudy
Yes.
Fugel this morning, crew chief for William Byron. There he is right there. He said walking in this morning, it just felt different. You look around and saw Hendrick Motorsports
yeah.
gear everywhere. He wants this win bad, but he knew they had an uphill climb. They qualify 18th. That's tied for the worst effort of the year. But they've had a fast
Sweet
race
Heat,
car,
you
a
like
good
Sweet
call to
Heat?
get his driver
I'm
up
more
front.
the
Now they're
Mesquite
sitting
guy with
in
the
catbird
ridges.
seat, looking at their third win
Sweet
of the
Heat's
season.
good, but the
You gotta
Mesquite
be a
Ridges
little
is the
careful
best.
when you get to these big anniversary wins. I think it was approaching the 300th Hendrick win when here at Martinsville, Jeff Gordon.
You like the
and Jimmy
Beaver
Johnson
Nuggets?
took each
I
other
like
out,
the
fighting too hard
cashews
to be
at
the one to
Buc-ee's.
score that win for Rick Hendrick.
Will Chevy win? Which one will win? I don't know.
This was all but a caution right here. Briscoe hard into the bumper of. You can't really see it from that bumper cam how sideways
Ooh, Briscoe
he was,
knocked
but
the
he was
heck
looking
out
at
of
the
Gibbs.
infield.
That was Ty Gibbs. Yeah.
Byron just moving along here.
Gibbs now one lap down.
Almost a second. This is Byron's car trying to put Hocevar a lap down.
I'm sure he's frustrated.
Another
They
lap
had
down.
a little bit of trouble on pit road and lost a few spots and have never really made those spots back up.
So 3 Chevys lead 2 Fords.
Hocevar.
Lead 2 Toyotas. Then Blaney's.
So Hocevar last car on the lead lap here. He's trying to stay on it.
Ford still looking for their first victory
That'll
of the season.
put
I heard you say
only
the name
17
Blaney, and I
cars
haven't
on the
really
lead
heard
lap.
anything good out of that until that. I look over my shoulder. He's in 6th.
That's pretty typical for Ryan Blaney. He's a grinder.
Regan?
Well, Mike, that's exactly what they have done all day long is grinded. That car at one point was plowing tight earlier on. They've continued to make adjustments. Of course, had that extra pit stop early on that cost them all that track position. More recently, though, just needed a little bit of security in that race car on the exit. He's been quiet since the green flag stopped a minute ago.
1.5 miles away from the Golden Flake plant in Ocala. It smells so good.
That leaves only
Oh, that's where they're based? I didn't know they were based out of Ocala.
Who
I
has
guess I
not
need to read
stopped
stuff like that.
under this green flag cycle.
Well, one thing to think about is fatigue. These long runs, all this shifting.
Well, this one came from Birmingham, Alabama.
These guys are getting tired.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Work.
57 laps to go.
Oh, just the plant.
Motorsports
Okay.
in the top 3 spots out front as we.
All right, side by side, over 1,000 in here now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Here is Byron leading by almost a second and a half over his teammate Chase Elliott, and then his other teammate Kyle Larson. You know, Rick Hendrick wants to go 1, 2, 3 here on their 40th anniversary of this race. They got tons of people here. I told y'all that a Hendrick car was going to win. It's not over yet, but I told you that someone was going to win. Could it be Byron? Could it be Elliott? Could it be Kyle Larson? Or could Toyota? Or could a Ford ruin the party? Stay tuned here, guys, as we're 55 to go here at Martinsville. Not many cautions. They're based in Atlanta. I don't know about that. We'll see. We're watching William Byron trying to take Hocevar down a lead lap here. He is on the lead lap in 17th spot. There are 17 cars on the lead lap, as you see. Kyle Busch is the next car down. If a caution comes out, Kyle Busch will be back on the lead lap with that lucky dog. Keep on hitting that like button and subscribing. We are at 439 likes. We're trying to get to 500 likes. Can we get to 500 likes today on our amazing NASCAR stream today? Could it happen? Help us get to 500 likes. Mullet Man said, just went to the grocery to find my dad that lost at the bowling, so I played mini golf till I was supper time. Read this out loud. There you go. What did you get at the grocery store? Ford found on the road dead. F-O-R-D. That's right. Hamlin going to win, my friend Andy F says. Well, I'll be happy. It's rigid. I told y'all. So just waiting on here. Keep hitting that like button for us. Keep subscribing. We're going to bring you the last 50 laps here on the channel. And I look to see you guys back next Friday for the truck race. Uh-oh. Byron's finally got Hocevar. Let's go. Byron's finally got to the inside of Hocevar. And he's going to go down lap down. He got him. So lap down for Hocevar. Next car in the lead lap is Chris Buescher. And he sights his sights. He's way up there, though.
On FS1, presented by Mothers High Performance Car Care. William Byron leading Chase Elliott by 1.6 seconds. Now, in case you missed it, Kyle
Byron
Larson
wins. He'd be the first driver with 3 wins.
First 86 laps of this race and was the winner of stage 1. Joey Logano took just 2 tires and held on to the lead for almost the same amount of laps, but when he pitted, those left side tires have been on for a long time and didn't look good. Chase Elliott and Denny Hamlin battled for the lead. Hamlin
yes, I do. I tried to every week.
2 at lap 180.
Thank you, Faith Fills, for the subscribe.
Only one caution early in stage 3, and after a long green run, William Byron from 2.5 seconds back was the first to pit, and when the pit cycle was done, he is the leader over Chase Elliott now by 2 seconds. Hendrick running 1, 2, 3 with Bowman in 7th.
Billy says you ain't,
Hamlin for
you not every far Alabama CeeLo.
For Roger Penske. Team Penske
Golden Flake owned by Utz brand now. Really? I didn't know that.
Bubba Wallace 6.
I love their pretzels. Utz.
Well, this car right here, Brian.
Welcome in, everybody.
He has had a fantastic day of making his car better. We see this out of the number 12 car and Ryan Blaney's team all the time.
5th.
No matter the racetrack or what's happening, they have the ability to adjust on their car.
Blaney fans out there,
make it better throughout the day.
Drop
Today,
those 12s if you're a Blaney fan.
Because they didn't get the adjustment in, but they knew their car was
if you're a Blaney fan, drop those 12s.
Paying dividends.
Fastest car on the track, bad fast. Ryan Blaney catching Denny Hamlin in front of him. Hamlin's running a 30, he's at a 10. 20s in front of them. Fast race car. When the time's right, pay windows open, boys. Go get it.
What happened to Rowdy? He is 1 lap down in 19th spot.
43 laps to go. Kevin, how much more physical is racing here at Martinsville now that we're shifting 4 times a lap?
Well, it just wears you out because you're doing a lot of driving with one hand. You're shifting. You can see the in-car that we had right there with Ryan Blaney. As he would go into the corners, his whole body would almost shift to the right, and you can see he's got his head up against the headrest, and
yes, sir, mullet man.
Shoulders kind of go to the right. They're getting tired, and they're laying their heads up against the.
I can't say that out loud because then they'll get me with an adversity
on a day like this. Even though it's 60-some degrees outside, it still gets pretty hot in there when you have these
penalty, and they'll have to review the thing, which always is fine.
The shifting aspect of,
some reason it triggers stuff like that.
What I see. I didn't have a chance to do that at a track like
Sleeper pick's going to be Alex Bowman. He's in 7th.
More than he gets it straight. He already had to take his hand off the wheel to shift right along with Chris.
One of these Hendrick cars is going to win. I'm telling you that right now.
In his seat as he hits the brake.
Yeah, it's the way YouTube is. It's funny like that.
On board with Ty Gibbs.
Even words that you don't think would be trigger it, and then
it just seems like a pain.
They hit you with that, and then you just gotta request a review, and then like, oh, okay, you're good.
I wish we could do away with shifting, especially.
It happened for the Xfinity race last night. We said
change the way these guys,
the SUCK word,
tight car will be tighter,
and or someone said something in the chat, and that
the shift. There's a
lot
of differences there that it would make in the overall outcome of this race, in my opinion.
I do not, Tyler.
Everybody's got one, right?
That's right.
Bubba might get it today if they restart. Bubba in 6. He's been up front all day.
This is the 151st Cup race at Martinsville.
Almost to 500 likes, y'all. 463. Help us get there.
1, 2, 3 here.
Wow. Well, if there's any team that can
38 to go.
Motorsports, and obviously they have probably.
It's going to be close,
every week, but everybody knows how important this weekend is today.
But you're losing.
If there's anybody can be a thorn in your
Coach
rear, Hamlin.
Sperling, Kyle Larson will pull this out. I hope so. He's my pick.
He's right there for the taking.
Hamlin needs a caution. He does.
On fresher tires, and there's Hamlin, and here comes Blaney right after him. So Hamlin.
Blaney's fast,
around,
bro.
Is he really quicker than Cindric? Let's see.
Well, he's frustrated with him. You saw him give 2 really big shots, but we see Ryan Blaney has caught Denny Hamlin.
And we said it. I mean, he's definitely the fastest car on the track. Ryan Blaney taking advantage of of Hamlin being door-to-door with Hendrick right there, his teammate. Can he try to run in on the outside, do a crossover right here? That's what he's looking for. Going to stay on the outside.
Hendrick a lap down in 18th.
Look at Denny run him up the racetrack.
Yeah, and I'm sure Denny thinks that this is probably a lot harder than it needs to be, but it's the way it goes. Oh, big shot by Denny Hamlin.
You
Austin
have to.
Hendrick. Oh, Josh Berry off the curb up into Ricky Stenhouse.
Well, Hendrick's tires
34
are
to go,
15
y'all.
laps fresher than Hamlin's. So
I think Barry
thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate it.
Down here.
Chase needs a win, Gordon says.
Into one. They're still door-to-door down the backstretch.
Let's look at this battle between Barry
to go by the time all those frustrations come out and payoffs and paybacks become the order of the day as we get to the closing stages here.
Come on.
A lot of green flag runs here. If I'm the leader, I don't want to say it, but sure seems like we've been around here a long time.
1984, Rick Hendrick's unsponsored All-Star Racing Chevrolet with Jeff Bodine at the wheel. They won the race. They picked up a sponsor, and the rest is history.
Sounds like a movie.
Harry Hyde certainly made that movie.
Good run by the 38.
A lot of that group in Days of Thunder, wasn't it? It almost was.
I still say this is probably the prettiest paint job all season.
And the way that happened was during
is
the filming
that Barry
of Days of Thunder, Harry
4
Hyde
car.
was a consultant to the film crew.
I think it's the best.
During breaks in the shooting, he would
probably
sit
the
and
best
tell racing
one I've
stories.
seen all
And the movie
year.
writers, they were copying it all down, put a
Barry
lot of it
running
into the movie
in.
as it really happened.
Where is Josh Berry? He is way there. On 2 laps down at 25th.
Awesome human being to be your character. It tells a lot about you.
Prove me wrong that Berry car is not good.
Well, the detriment of a lot of the cars that have been leading today is not being able to get through traffic. William Byron started, I think, 18th in this race and was able to get through traffic, and a great pit call put him in the lead. But catching all these lap cars towards the end of this race, William has done a pretty good job of being able to maneuver and get through traffic. He's got a huge gap to second place with Chase Elliott.
He drove off from him. You're spot on there, Kevin.
Well, we saw Chase Elliott earlier have a little bit of a struggle in traffic, and that's when Denny Hamlin got by him. But Denny Hamlin has not been as good this run as he has been the rest of the race.
Well, next week we go to the big track in the big state on FS1. We're battling in Texas. Texas
everything's
Motor
bigger in
Speedway.
Texas.
Pre-race kicks things off at 2 Eastern.
Hey, give me some
at 3
action, will they say.
Next Sunday on FS1.
I'm waiting on this thing to load.
William Byron 2.8 seconds ahead of Chase Elliott. Waiting to see who will get to wind the grandfather clock.
Where's your clock, Clint?
It's in the living room. How about you? I heard yours are still in storage.
My wife didn't like the decor of the clock, so she said it didn't need to go in the house, and I said, well, it's going in the house. Into the man cave, so it lives in the garage and soon going to get moved to the happy hour set.
Well, Martinsville used to give out traditional race trophies like all the other tracks. 1963, there's Fred Lorenzen with such a trophy after he won the Old Dominion 500. But the track promoter, Clay Earls on the left, was friends with the fellow who owned Ridgeway Clock Company just 3 miles south of here. And they said, hey, how about a grandmother clock as a race trophy? So in April '64, Fred Lorenzen got the first of those grandmother clocks that was presented to a winner. What happened to that clock? He gave it to his crew chief, Herb Nabb, who worked for Holman Moody and later won 2 championships with Cale Yarborough and Junior Johnson. When Nabb passed, his widow took the clock and gave it to their friends and neighbor and cup driver, Ken Reagan. David
This
Reagan's
is Blaney
father.
right here in
And
5th
that clock
place.
is still in the Reagan's household. And
22 to
Lorenzen's
go.
daughter Amanda says she gets a nice note and a picture from Ken with the clock every year or so, showing her it's still in the racing family and being well taken care of.
That's a great story.
How do you know that?
I learn something every week about racing cars, some sort of historic anything.
I wish they could show the look on our faces when he goes off on those history lessons. Like, huh?
All right, 20 to go next time by. For William Byron, who is off to another great start, as he was 1 year ago, with multiple wins early in the season. Larry, how much of a gamble was it for William Byron to pit early, several laps before any of the other contenders?
Well, I had set it up right before that, Mike. You know, the downside of pitting it all under green.
2 to go. Joe in
how
8th.
long pit road is you're going to go.
I say caution at lap 15. 19 to go.
Said, you know what? We got a couple of wins. That gives you a bigger playbook. When you've got 2 wins, that opens up a lot more for you.
Byron
and obviously
again.
It cycled through, and it cycled him right to the lead.
Exactly. Byron was playing with house money. With wins in the bank. 18 to go.
The only thing I don't like right now is he's been stuck behind Chris Buescher for several laps now.
What I do like about that, and the reason I think you see that, there's no pressure. Take your time with these guys. Do not force an issue. Don't put yourself in trouble. You've got a huge lead here. Manage it.
Caution at lap 13.
Helping him do that.
Or 2 to go. You think this ends under green? Me too.
I've never seen this before at Martinsville, but there's so much rubber down with all these long green flag runs that even the outside line down in 1 and 2 is starting to rubber up completely way out on the outside.
Byron, Elliott, Larson.
Chris Buescher right here. You go down in here to turns 1 and 2, you really see the blackness of the racetrack right where the right side tires are right there, but it's really starting to cake up down there.
Big
in
time.
Turns 1 and 2.
He could not get past Buescher, y'all.
From the end cars,
or did he get past Buescher? Can't see who that is. That's
so
Watermelon.
Than it is 3 and 4.
So he got past Buescher. Now Watermelon Man
Watch this right
is the
here.
last car on the lead lap. Let me see those watermelons.
Those crew chiefs are still busy on top of those pit boxes thinking about the what if. Right now, we still have 14 drivers on the lead lap. They're closing in on 85 to 90 laps on these tires. What if this
lap 11, South Virginia says. Going to be a caution with 9 to 10 the laps go.
Every week what that 24 wants to see.
NASCAR will throw a caution soon.
Because we know the next flag will end the race.
Byron.
Well, if it doesn't, I think it's going to be 2 tires.
Trying to get
if that
past.
Caution comes out. We learned that with Logano. You're going to
Chastain, and you know how hard it is to get past Chastain.
If we go to overtime, it'll be somebody's bumper that wins the race.
That too.
Ross Chastain, last car on the lead lap in 14th.
That's a hard car to pass, guys. It's lapped all the way up to 14th place. Everybody, what would we do that 2 weeks ago or last week? Everybody said the hardest car on this racetrack to pass is that one car.
Kathy dropping those watermelons. Andrew
right now,
dropping that
lead is
1 because
going
he's a
away
member.
quickly. You see Chase Elliott's down to 1.5. And that's what we saw earlier when Chase Elliott was leading and Denny Hamlin caught him. That lead evaporated quickly.
Wow, you see those 2 cars door to door in front of Chastain. All that starts to compile in front of you, and that's what really starts slowing down and cutting that lead.
And you ain't going to get past Chastain.
See,
you ain't getting past
back there with his teammate Larson.
Final dirty dozen laps. That's right, Jamie.
Yeah, and really
11 to go.
Is, you know, that the 8 car moves out of the way or something along those lines, but there's only 10 laps to go.
Telling
so, like
Kyle to get out of the way.
The best thing that the 24 has going for him is that gap and just managing.
Telling Chastain to get out of the way.
Because Chase is going to have to fight some of the same battle that William Byron is to get through traffic.
Williams starting to put the pressure on Chastain, moving him up the racetrack. I agree with that move. It was time, but Chastain's not done yet.
Hard
so
to believe.
Chastain goes a lap down. Nope, not yet. He's fighting
here. No team has ever had a 1-2-3 finish, and it could happen here 9 laps from now.
Moving him up the racetrack 1 and 2 took care of business. That's
Chastain now Ryan Preece is the next one on.
His personality, his demeanor is not there, but he does the right moves at the right time, and that's why he's won so many races. That right there was a heads-up move. Knew it was time, moved one.
Watermelon Man is the best out front, hard to pass him. You're right, Coach.
When you get inside the race car, you have to be able to know when to do that. And here at Martinsville,
8 laps to go, y'all. Who was going to win this?
Not make somebody mad, and that was just one of those moments where being the leader of the race.
Shouldn't the lap cars let the race leader through? Yes, the flagman tells them to move, but they ain't going to do that.
Jeff Gordon, I stood up here in the booth, boys, with him, as you did, Mike, for many years. That guy is more nervous sitting on that box right now than he was when he was in that 24 leading these races.
I don't think he's nervous for William Byron, because Byron now has a 4-car buffer between him.
It's almost, I told you guys this.
You're darn right he's nervous.
Hendrick is going to win this race.
Win back.
And Elliott has 2-car lengths on Kyle Larson. And there's a big gap back to the next car.
You couldn't script this any
better. But I need Larson to win.
The only thing that can wipe this out is we know what that is. Can it happen? Will it happen?
Well, the only question right now in the Hendrick household
Chase says he hadn't got rowdy yet.
It's going to be why didn't Alex Bowman finish 4th?
Good point. Well, this green flag run is over 185 laps. And the last time we had one that long here at Martinsville
5 to go.
was September of 1996.
Clear back to 96. That's pretty amazing.
He says, CeeLo, William Byron 24 is going to win.
Move up like this. I mean, they're legitimately running clear up in the second, almost third lane.
And he takes down Hunter Nemechek, another lap down on him.
Well, William Byron has the most speed right now. He's just stretching this lead out. And now he's got some clear track.
Absolutely. Look at all the clear track.
3 to go. This is over, y'all.
Right there and get the job done.
All right, let's watch the last 3 laps here. William Byron.
Who went to victory lane? Jeff Gordon.
Oh my gosh, I don't want to say it.
No. Again, Nemechek. Are you kidding me?
Right, all right, pressure's on. What are we going to do?
Nemechek right front.
In the final 3 laps. Caution.
Unbelievable. Blew it right front.
Yeah, it looks like the
brakes, or maybe brakes went out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing comes easy in this sport. Got to earn it. Make the right calls here. Everybody hit their marks. Driver, hit your marks coming in the box. Boys, I need you now more than ever.
Pit time, y'all.
All right, watch John Hunter Nemechek here.
Nemechek.
Skip Arbor Racing's car.
Brakes.
Yep.
Yeah.
You were
he blew his tire
right there as he went and hit the brakes going in the corner. See that right front.
So
right
it's a legit caution today. Excellent.
Oh, no.
What? Would you stay out? I would too.
And
I'd stay out.
No. You knew it. I mean, that's why he was nervous. He wasn't nervous that William Byron was going to mess up. He was nervous that that caution come out and take this from them. They had it. 1, 2, 3. They still have it.
Oh, wow. Nemechek's tire is on fire.
Everything can be fine, but they have, there's a lot can go wrong here.
Look at the irony in who brings that caution out. Who's one of the owners of that number 42? 9-time Martinsville winner for Hendrick Motorsports, Jimmy Johnson.
Well, there's only 13 cars on the lead lap right now, so you don't have a huge buffer.
You tie it to anything.
I don't think
NASCAR planted a detonation device in the wheel.
I think you're going to see people staying out. I think you're going to see 2 tires. I think it's going to be a smorgasbord. The bottom line, you guys know, if you're not in the first 2 rows on the restart, if you don't do something off the wall, you're not going to win the race.
Who's staying out?
And it's going to get physical.
Well, and I think that's where you have to work it, right? Everything has to go right here. If you're William Byron, if you come in and take 2 tires, you're darn right. One of those guys in the back.
Keep hitting that like button, y'all. Almost to 500 likes. Let's get there. We got 26 to go to 500 likes. Help us get there, y'all.
And the way
1,300 in here.
Who's to say there's only going to be 1 restart?
Oh, well, with these next-gen cars,
thank you, Sarah D, for becoming a member.
You can do a lot of pushing, and you can do a lot of shoving, and those noses and tails are still going to be fine. So this is going to get as physical of any race that we've seen so far.
The bad news is for William Byron, your leader, the car should come out with 3 laps to go. The good news is if you're Rick Hendrick, is all 3 of your cars are running 1, 2, 3. You got 3 shots at this.
Well, they're using code. Chris Gabehart just told Denny Hamlin, quarter pounder. He says, I don't have that code on my dash. What is that?
Oh, no. Maybe he was calling in his lunch order. I don't know. All right,
let's get to 500 likes, y'all.
I know we're going to have pit stops here, but, last week,
all right, let's see what happens here.
Was the
He's staying out, or the pit's not open yet?
Martin Truex had dominated the race. Did he deserve to win?
Pit's not open yet.
He did. Did Denny Hamlin get away with one? Yeah, he probably did. But I had a long talk with Alton Sawyer this morning, NASCAR's senior VP of competition. We talked about the restart zone as being like a strike zone in baseball.
Chastain's going to get his lead lap back.
It's a bang-bang call, he said. There, Hamlin is throttled up. And here, before the zone starts, so is Truex. And they ended up even down in turn number 1. So NASCAR made the call, quickly reviewed the call, said it was good, and raced on. We inquired, was the call under further review?
Not open yet. Pit's not open yet.
Ball and strike call, but
Coach says the 4-car best paint scheme of the day. I think it's the best paint scheme of the year.
We will.
I don't know. That Chastain car was pretty good with the fish on it, the bass on it.
I mean, green, white, checker is just going to be bumper cars for 2 laps, right? I mean, what the hell is tires even going to do? Chip more, know where you're going to go.
That's a good question.
Well, that's true, and it is going to be bumper cars because everybody's going to want to do everything that they can to put themselves in position to win the race, and if it means shove 2 guys in front of you out of the way, that's what you got to do.
Well, he's got the affordability to watch these other guys. He's probably going to do something the opposite of what they do. If Byron Pitt's in there, you darn right, Chris Gabehart said stay out, and that's what he's thinking. Do what they don't.
Now they are still cleaning up from the fire under the right front of John Hunter Nemechek's car, which is now being towed off to the garage. So pit road will be closed for at least 1 more lap here.
Well, if those 3 Hendrick cars are all in the same strategy, that's 2 rows that you can clog up on the inside. You got Denny Hamlin on the outside talking like he's not going to pit. So it's only 2 laps, and it's like Larry said.
This is going to get crazy, y'all.
Really difficult to make up that in 2 laps here.
Who's coming in? Who's not?
Still have a lot of cleanup down here in the pits with Nemechek still on fire, by the way.
Joey going to get some NASCAR ball washing in before the checker flag.
That's what the delay is.
My respects to the top 3, but go Denny. That's right, Roddy. When is RCR Racing going to make a change in number 3 car? I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
Keep hitting that like button, trying to get to 500 likes. Oh, boom, look at that. 530, just like that.
Planning on pitting, it's going to be hard to get out of that
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, they're going to have to sweep it up there.
There's that grandfather clock. Who's going to get it?
See, we get to 11,400 on the subs. We need 30 more subscribers to 11,400.
Look at that thing.
I hate to say this.
Looks like it's run a few laps here.
Yeah.
It's been bolted down.
Yeah, they come.
I ain't too sure that.
Come in a box.
Reagan's old man has that. That one looks like the original right there.
All right, so it is still a Ridgeway clock. Even though Howard Miller...
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'd stay out as well. I think he can last 2 laps with old tires.
They kept making clocks in Ridgeway until finally the plant closed. Now they're made in Michigan, but it's still a Ridgeway clock that goes to the winner.
Well, there's a fire. There was a fire on the tire of Christopher Bell.
In NASCAR, and everybody in this field
or no, John Hunter Nemechek.
Nor do I know where Zeeland, Michigan is. See, I think this is the model that we got right here, Kevin. I think this is, I don't know what happened.
Thank you, Coach, for subscribing, Coach Sperling. Thank you so much.
Look at this one from the 80s, the 80s model right here.
All right, come on, that ad's from about 1973.
See what happens here.
I don't know. That one looks like an 80s
William
model.
had it, I know, just like last week, right? With Truex. He was 3 laps ago from the win.
There's a lot of decisions being made. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened.
Big hats off to our Fox Sports crew, our cameramen, our tape operators.
We're going to leave it right here. Byron Pitts. We'll see what happens.
And congratulations to the weekend's winners.
Pitts not open yet.
In trucks.
This is going to be good.
In the Xfinity Series. And on FS1, John Force.
Thank you, Michael Rader. Michael, appreciate it.
4 years and 11 months. And he's made it to the semifinal round today.
My hero on fire out there.
Me.
Hey, I want to bring something up here.
Thank you so much, guys. We're 17 away from 11,400.
Second place car, Chase Elliott. Rudy Fugle has a decision to make. They're all going to be able to watch him way before then. The pressure is on Rudy Fugle. What do you do? Pit or not pit?
Open the screen. All right, hold on. I was going to show when they pit. He's not doing anything but just riding around. There's nothing you can see.
Let me correct. Tony Stewart has made
when he pits, I'll show you the pit. I promise you.
You'll have drag racing coverage later tonight on FS1.
They're just swirling around back and forth.
I don't think.
No. Red light's still on pit road.
Yeah, the light's
no
on.
Pit road yet. And Chastain gets his lap back.
Denny Hamlin's pitting. I told you, do what they don't.
Denny's pitting.
A lot of cars stayed out right there. I think Denny Hamlin's in trouble.
Yep. Denny's going to take 4 tires.
Hamlin, 3 other cars in the back of the pack.
Thank you so much, Coach. Appreciate it. We work
listen
hard.
to that radio on the 11. It sounded like they didn't want to pit, that there was no point in pitting. But here they are coming down for their last stop of the day as they jack the right side. Clear
I don't think you're going to get much position.
Call to see how much ground the 11 can make up. 5-time winner here at Martinsville. They know how to get it done. I don't know if there's enough time.
You only took 2 tires. If you're going to take tires, take 4.
Ryan Preece, all on the lead lap, all pitted.
Yeah, a lot of rolling around here under caution. Clean these tires up. All you guys on old tires. You see William Byron.
If you're going to pit, take 4 tires.
That rubber that we were talking about got picked up like a vacuum. What vacuum? What was? It was these race cars.
Yeah, and the vacuum is the hot, sticky tires that picked it up off the racetrack.
So
we've seen
William
Byron
take
warming
4
up his
tires
really since the caution came
what
out.
Was that?
They never had any plan to.
That used to be in the top 20.
He needed to keep him clean, and if he did pit, they were only going to put 2 tires on. Keep those left sides clean.
So now 6 of the lap down cars are pitting.
I think they thought some more cars were going to pit there. They're way back.
Well, it's still going to be a race between the cars up front.
Thank you, Amy Medley. Thank you so much for the subscribe.
The cars up front that didn't pit. I mean, you still have that opportunity to push and shove, but for William Byron's sake, he knows that Kyle Larson's probably not going to shove as hard as if it was somebody else not on his team.
For my first days in a car, Kevin, alongside of you, what did they tell you? I don't care what you do, don't wreck yourselves.
Yeah.
Do not take this win from our company.
So Denny Hamlin was told on the radio, if any of the Hendrick cars pit, stay out. They didn't. He did the opposite. He came in.
Do what they don't.
Ooh. Somebody there was right over the choose V.
All right, we're going to show the green flag. I don't know how timed it's going to be, but we're going to show a bad move. I think so as well.
Okay.
Yeah, the lap cars.
No, he's in 10th, so what is he going to do?
Lead lap cars
pass 5 cars?
Catching up and lining themselves.
There's no
up
way
in
you're
front of the
passing
lap
9
down
cars for the win.
That did not pit.
Will this be? I mean, it's obviously an overtime, and you said it, Mike. Will it be only one? Who knows? There's a lot going to happen here. Cautions breed cautions.
Caution,
really
breed caution.
This equation would be shook up a lot farther than this.
Well, it's still going to be really
almost there to 11,400. Thank you guys so much for everything. Thank you for this stream and last night. Liked and shared. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate it so much. We had a good time. Keep it rolling, y'all. 550 on the likes. Let's go to 600.
Don't wreck each other.
The best thing the 3 Hendrick Chevys up front have going for them is that the 6 cars right behind them did not pit either. Yet a big gap back to Hamlin with 4 fresh tires, who will restart. Well, right now he's 10th. We'll see how the choose goes.
Such a huge turnaround for Ryan Blaney in that 12.
And he's only got 2 tires. It's not like he has 4.
Yeah, and if Chase Elliott can stay close on this restart on the outside and keep William Byron from making the exit of that corner, he's going to have a shot at this thing. But it's all
one more. What if all 3 Hendrick cars wreck?
How he can get into turn 1
and Blaney wins this? What if all 3 Hendrick cars will wreck?
Rubber picked up. It's all on these tires. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to get them tires cleaned up, get some temperature back in them, spin them.
All right, y'all.
You can do clean these babies up.
Here we go.
John Hunter Nemechek checked and released at the infield care center. So the front row is Byron and Elliott. Kyle Larson is 3rd in the stealing seat, and he is right alongside Ryan Blaney, the first non-Hendrick car in the race.
Come on, Willie B.
That is the stealing seat. If those cars
Jonathan says the 9 Billy Vaughns. Here we go.
Here we go. Ready, 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 ready. Let's go racing, boys.
Here we go to credit 1 overtime at Martinsville. Byron, Elliott, green flag.
Byron into the side. Eric Swanton, thank you.
Stuck pretty good there, Kevin. I'm surprised.
Quickly the lead for Byron. Chase trying to give him a move.
Elliott put the bumper to him.
Oh!
Chase Elliott to third.
Crash turn 4, 3 cars around.
I think they made it white. No
flag.
Still
White
green.
flag.
No flag.
Everybody gets away.
Slitting and sliding around. Byron way out in the front. Likes what he sees in the mirror.
Blaney pushing. Here comes Larson.
Steal second from Chase Elliott.
Congratulations.
Wallace behind him. William Byron comes to the flag and wins the Cup 400.
1, 2, 3 finish for Hendrick Motorsports.
1, 2, 3.
Anniversary. Look at these
Oh no,
people
I
on
think.
the field
Oh,
for
Chase
two.
finally got it.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Let me see those 24s.
Awesome.
First time that's ever happened at Martinsville Speedway. One team taking the top 3 spots.
Oh, yeah, boy. Hell yeah.
Wow.
I told you all after yesterday. Hell yeah. Great job, boys. Great pit stops.
1,500 people in here. Awesome.
Win the race. That's pretty good.
13th career win for William Byron. And 3rd of the season. He is 3-4-8.
Did he win last time?
He'd like to be batting 375 at this point in the season.
2 races ago, he won COTA.
I was nervous for all
and the 500. He's a 3-win race.
Turn 2 in front of all those employees over there and do that burnout.
Worse than a Hamlin. Menace
They're the ones that
says.
brung them.
And
Last
Hamlin
fall,
lost the
Martinsville,
position.
He ran
That's how
only
bad
a
that
handful
was.
of laps in the top 10 all day. And here, thanks in part to a pit stop call that got him
I think
the
he's
first
gonna.
car
What?
in the green flag cycle to pit, and he drives to victory
Watch
and
his,
goes
Kevin.
to celebrate in front of the Hendrick faithful outside turn 2.
Oh.
I love it.
Put it right in the fence.
Burn it down.
Regan?
Well, Jeff Gordon down here with Hendrick Motorsports. Jeff, you've seen a lot of things in your day. A 1, 2, 3 on the 40th anniversary of that first win.
You just can't script it any better. First, I just want to say hi to Mr. and Mrs. Hendrick. I know how bummed they were not to be
You thought the
here,
paint
but
scheme
how
was
excited
ugly.
they are that
Good
all
short
my
track
folks
race.
are
That's
here
right,
to be
my
able to
black.
see this
CeeLo,
happen.
congratulations.
You can't script
Thank
it
you so
like
much,
this. I know we had
Aang.
good race cars when they showed up here yesterday, but the race, the way it played out to get, that green flag stop was it. Our cars were just so good on the short runs. We just need to get that track position. And
They tried.
in that last
You're
race,
right,
oh my God,
Daniel.
I did not want to see that. And then I just was so hoping we could get the 1, 2, 3. And I'm just, these guys, these 3 guys as well as Bowman. I mean, they just drove their butts
Thank you,
off.
Captain
Great race. But how
Woodrow.
about that?
Thank you so
William
much.
Byron, that 24 car. Every time we have a milestone day or opportunity or moment, he steps up and he got number 300, and this is going to be a huge one for him and the whole organization. Thank you.
Congrats, Jeff. Enjoy the celebration.
9 drivers have now accounted for Hendrick Motorsports' 29 victories at Martinsville, the most by an organization at any single track. The 26-year-old from Charlotte, North Carolina, celebrates his 13th career NASCAR Cup win. Jamie.
He said, I was happy yesterday with this race car. This pit crew got it done. William wants to get that checkered flag. William, the celebration all weekend
Thank you for
long
the subscribes,
Hendrick
y'all.
Motorsports' 40th anniversary. You get the job done. You're the one standing here. What does
Wanting to
it
go to
mean
600.
you, to Rudy, and this entire team?
Yeah, I just want
Thank
to
you,
thank
John.
Chase for racing me clean there. It could get really physical at the end, and he gave me a shot, which is expected, but we all finished it off. So just so proud of everyone at Hendrick Motorsports. Grew up a big Hendrick fan, and to be here for the 40th anniversary and all that goes into just this organization, all the people, it's all about the people, and just want to thank Mr. Hendrick and Linda and everyone involved. So it's pretty awesome, pretty badass to win it. At Martinsville, we've been struggling at the short tracks and just kept inching up on it, and I got a great team, and they just kept my head in it, and it stunk to do a restart there at the end like that, but that's the way it goes.
That's what I was going to ask you about. 2 moments in particular. Rudy decides under green flag conditions to bring you down pit road first. That got you the track position. And then 2 laps to go, the caution comes out. How did you handle all that?
Thank you so much,
That was a
Lloyd.
great call. It
Welcome.
didn't get us the
Glad you
track
joined
position
us.
right away, but we
You're
had a
welcome,
little
Lily.
bit,
Thanks for
more heat in our
subscribing.
tires.
Karen,
So,
thanks for
seemed
being a
like I
member.
fired off a little
Sarah,
bit faster than
good
those guys
for you,
and
kiddo.
was able
Sarah
to
says
get
that
ahead of them.
24,
So we
our
had a great
newest
car in the
member.
third stage. first and third stage.
Thank you, Brenda.
Just want to thank
Appreciate
all the
it.
24 fans. Thanks for sticking with us, and just super excited.
That's awesome,
I don't really
Rick.
know how to put it in words, but
You're welcome,
I'm a little tired.
man.
I hit the wall over there, so I hit the wall a lot this weekend, so I don't know why.
PNW, I wouldn't
Byron wins at
expect
Martinsville.
anything else from you.
Well, Kyle Larson comes home in the runner-up position. Kyle, I know you always want to win a race, but I got to imagine with the circumstances today that this is pretty special.
Yeah, no doubt. It's really special, too, to get a 1-2-3 there with William, Chase, and I. So, yeah, just a great day for Hendrick Motorsports. It's been a great 40 seasons for them. Really cool to have 1,500 people here from Hendrick Motorsports to celebrate. And congrats to William. He did a really good job.
My boy, sir.
Kind of just schooled us all there after that green flag stop. He did a really good job passing all of us. So
Rodney
was able to set a good pace and still get through traffic good. So,
You're welcome, Rodney.
My car though felt really good as well. I think we were all kind of the same speed, honestly. So just lost a little bit of track position there in the second stage and just was never kind of able to overcome it. But solid day. Congrats to Rick Hendrick, Linda, all of Hendrick Motorsports, everybody who's here at the racetrack as well as back at home. So just awesome day.
Racing teammates at the end like that. How nerve-wracking is that when you know that you're 1, 2, 3 and you want to try and keep it that way?
Yeah, no, it was sketchy. I wasn't sure how aggressive they were going to be. I knew William obviously was going to be very aggressive because he was going to win until that caution came out, and he went in there and doored him up a little bit, and then yeah, just thankfully though it all kind of shook out and we were able to get one spot there and still get a top 3 for HMS.
Thanks, Scott. We're going to step over here to Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott, the third place finisher, the other part of this 1, 2, 3 today. It looked like you gave it everything you had on that last restart. Just couldn't quite get there. Unfortunately, lost a spot 2 when it was all said and done.
Oh yeah, second or third, what's it matter, at that point. But yeah, obviously number one, congrats to William and everybody at Hendrick Motorsports, Rick and Linda and all the folks, Jeff and Chad and all the people that put this together for us. That they have an unbelievable program, and I think we're all proud to call it home. And it was awesome hosting over 1,000.
You got that right, Daniel.
Folks from Hendrick today, employees and their families. So. Glad one of us could get it done.
Unfortunately,
Obviously,
Robert.
We could have got it done, selfishly like anybody would. But nice to have a couple solid weeks and to be in contention there for a win is, hadn't been in contention to win one in a while. So it was fun to kind of get to that last restart and it actually matters. So enjoyed that aspect and certainly hungry for more.
You mentioned being in contention there. It seems like this 9 team really starting to hit their stride, knocking on that door to get that win. How good does that feel to know that it's coming closer?
Yeah, I mean, we've the last couple weeks, and really not just the last couple weeks, but I feel like throughout a lot of the season this year, we've just been working in a good direction, working really well together, and pit stops have been really good. Alan's been calling really good races. I mean, all that stuff has been going in a really positive direction, in my opinion, and I think if we can just keep producing that, we'll get our turn one day.
Thanks, Chase. Congrats.
18 years ago, Bill Byron brought his then 8-year-old son to see his first ever NASCAR race at Martinsville. Today, that young man, William Byron, leads a 1-2-3 Hendrick finish.
All right, so there it is, y'all. Cookout 400 complete. One of the biggest streams we've had all year. We'd appreciate you guys for hanging out with us tonight. So let's go over the lineup here, and we'll call it a day. William Byron wins on the 40th anniversary of Rick Hendrick, celebrating all those fans in there. I told you guys Rick Hendrick was going to win this weekend. I told you. Kyle Larson in second, Chase Elliott third. So a 1-2-3 finish. Never, ever has that ever happened in Martinsville. So kind of scripted, as a bunch of people says. And Bronny says 6 weeks in a row. I know, man. I know. But thank you guys. Almost to 600 likes. 8 more to go. Bubba Wallace in 4th, Blaney in 5th, Joey Logano 6th, Tyler Reddick 7th, Alex Bowman, the one who did not finish in the 4th spot where he needed to be, was 8th, Ryan Priest 9th, Chase Briscoe 10th, Denny Hamlin started 10th on the restart. He pitted. I can't wait to hear the podcast to tell me his thoughts on that, but he lost a spot, so I don't understand. Eric Jones in 12th, Todd Gilliland 13th, Ross Chastain, the last car on the lead lap, he got it back with that caution. And there's all your cars that are 1 lap down. There's all your cars that are 2 laps down. There's all your cars that are 3 laps down. Some notables in these: Josh Berry, Keselowski, man, oh man, just another race. James Moore in 24th. Ty Gibbs, 19th. Had that something in the pits or something that happened there. Truex, 18th spot. He just did not have it all day at all. Kyle Busch as well did not have it all day. Cross Chastain stayed on the lead lap till the end there. Christopher Bell had that issue with the tire. John Hunter Nemechek had the fire in the tire. And then David Starr was the last one on 37th. So there is your lineup. And what a day. William Byron. But we finished with 11,411 subs. That is awesome. Almost 200 subs today, guys. And that is amazing. So, man, oh man, what a night, a day here at Martinsville. What a weekend here at Martinsville. Didn't do the truck race on Friday night, but coming up this Friday night, I promise you, truck race from Texas. So I hope you guys all come back to us this weekend. And then make sure on Friday you're looking for that vlog at 9 o'clock. Let me pause this real quick because that is it, I guess. Hold on a second. Okay. So Friday we'll be releasing the paint scheme and race weekend preview. So make sure you look out for that on our channel. And then Friday night truck race, Saturday morning practice and Cup Series qualifying, and then after that Xfinity, and then Sunday the Texas Motor Speedway race. So make sure you guys tune back with us. See you next week. We're gonna be doing it. Remember, it's on FS1 again, so come on back to CeeLo and have some more fun. We'll have a good time. I want to thank all my new subscribers here really quick. Let me run through those really quick. David Zelsloft, Captain Woodrow, Eric Swanton, Amy Medley, Niles Graham, Michael Ratter, Coach Sperling, thanks Coach. Sarah D became a member. Thank you, Sarah. Faith Fills, Charlie M. Wade, Brandon Humphreys, John Spice, Broken Dagger 138, Joe Williams, Rob Strunk, Ron Barlow, Bird 4848, Teresa, Jackson, Cole the Gamer Boy, Sarah. I want to thank Sarah, Nicholas, BW Racing, Rubber Toe, Scott Herning, M, Season Fingers. It just keeps on going, y'all. Renta, thank you for becoming a member as well. Renta, that's why I thought it was a member. But thank you so much for that. Stephanie, thank you so much. Leonard, I Was Crazy Once, became a member as well. Gundy's Garage, Lily Orchard, Jay Fox, James Norris, and a whole bunch of our private subscribers. Thank you so much, guys, for everything. So I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain, for doing what she does while I sit here with you guys and hang out watching the races with you guys or ball games or whatever it is. I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain, and I love you. I want to thank my mods who are always here watching out, hanging out. You know what you guys do. You're chilling, and you're awesome at what you do, and I appreciate you guys. So, and then I want to thank my members. All the new members today, Sarah and a whole bunch of other guys that subscribed, became members today. I want to thank you guys as well for giving your hard-earned money back to our channel, and I appreciate it. Even if it's 99 cents, it is awesome. So, but I also want to thank you guys for hanging out with us all the time, and that's what really pushes this channel. Y'all hanging in this channel. YouTube sees that many people in here hitting that like, hitting that subscribe, hitting those members, all that stuff tells YouTube this is the channel that I want everybody to know about. So that's why YouTube pushes us out. And that's why we get so many people in here. So this is so much fun watching racing with you guys. I have a great time, and I can't wait to see y'all next week. So until then, congratulations, William Byron. He's got the 3rd win of the year. He's won Daytona, he's won COTA, and now he's won this. Hendrick Motorsports, Bronny, I'm sorry, buddy, but Hendrick Motorsports and Toyota, not much Toyota today, but mostly Hendrick. But we all knew the script was Hendrick Motorsports 40th anniversary weekend. Should have put some money on it. Dang. All right, guys. Thank you so much in the chat. Everybody, appreciate y'all. We'll see you Friday for some more racing. And then Braves baseball this week, too. See you.